dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes to get in power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder, and fuck all the doubters, they're just fucking downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes. in a place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race. Every move was on the page, but I didn't like their way. Had to fight and misbehave, had to find a way to change, had to leave to find my way. Caught up in a daydream, I beat my mind up there almost daily. It's how I pass time, no opinions safely. It's how I understand what I want in this place, see. Cause everybody wanna tell you bad things, what could go wrong, what fame brings. But success is a finicky thing, and if you ain't sure, no, it'll never be. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down.
For you, what does COD mean to you?
Yo,
Like,
yo,
you know,
yo, yo,
you're
yo,
36, you've been
всем
playing for a long time. What does it mean to you?
братва. Я надеюсь, меня хорошо видно, хорошо слышно, и как бы дайте мне по этому поводу обратный фидбэк. Воу. Братулечки, всех категорически приветствую на сегодняшней трансляции. Была небольшая задержка в целых 2 дня, то, что мы с вами не виделись. Но это были объективные причины. Первая причина — это то, что я создавал шортс, создавал контент и, как говорится, перенес трансляцию, чтобы вместе с вами насладиться новинками от чудной компании Activision, где, возможно, покажут нам новую, точнее, нам в любом случае показывают, что нового внесли в игру Warzone Mobile, а также, возможно, зарелизят нам дату выхода этой игры, и, о боги, мы дождемся ее. В общем, друзья мои, будем сегодня с вами бурно это все смотреть, бурно все это обсуждать, и я еще раз не побоюсь этого повторения, скажу, друзья, я рад вас видеть на сегодняшней трансляции, и все ваши роты целования. Здорово, братики, реально рад, прям соскучился безумно. Кстати, чтобы были понимания, что будет происходить. Мы с вами смотрим Call of Duty Next. Дойдем до самой интересной части, а может весь посмотрим, неважно. Посмотрим, короче, Call of Duty Next, потом мы пойдем в сетевую игру нагибать ребятушек, найти и уничтожить. Ну, короче, также создавать будем командочки, покайфуем, пообсуждаем, покатаемся, понаслаждаемся. Короче, вас ждет сегодня прекраснейший стримчанский. Братва, если у вас есть желание, сразу же тоже сделаю парочку объявлений. Если у вас желание есть поддержать мой канал в развитии и помочь мне дособирать на ноутбук, чтобы я уже как бы вел трансляцию кайфовенько, в общем, с вебочкой, с достойными... Ух ты, это шо? Это шоп есть, ё-моё, можно купить кепку, не хотите? Секси кепку. Вот. Если у вас есть желание внедриться, как говорится, в эту каналу, то ссылочки на донат все в описании. Для ребят, которые из Украины, там есть ссылочки на Монобанку, карта Монобанка и так далее. И для ребят, которые находятся в других странах, также ссылочки есть. Также не забывайте, что есть Lumumba шоп, там где можно затариться цепишками выгодно, еще и приобрести ебейшие просто напальчники. Короче, все это, как говорится, есть. Так. Братулечки, быстренько буду с вами еще здороваться, потому что скоро у нас начало. Товарищ Фокси, здорово, родной, как твои дела, как настроение, вообще как сам, брат. ВЛАДОСА, салам, как жизнь, настроение, работа, семья, здоровье, спина. Первое по поводу спины сразу хочу сказать. Забыл о ее существовании, в плане того, что не беспокойтесь, слава богу. Тут постучу по башке деревянной. По семье все хорошо, немножечко жена шмаргает носиком, но я думаю, мы это быстренько поправим. По работе все стабильно, типично, прозаично, без изменений, день сурка, как говорится. Хочется, конечно, уже отойти от дел и заниматься исключительно ютубчиком, чтобы это и финансово все перекрывалось. Короче, я думаю, мы к этому еще придем. В остальном все хорошо, настроение приподнято. Сразу говорю спасибо огромное Фоксу за неебенную просто рекламу, ты красавчик, как всегда. Костяныч, здорово, привет, здорово, друже. Салам алейкум, товарищ Шаха, здорово, здорово. Так, кстати, братулечки, по-братски, накидайте лайкосов, по-братски, ставьте подписочек, чтобы было все чиногодно, благородно. Семейно болеем гриппом, я уже давно как вышел из больницы, жизнь прекрасна. Шаха, ты береги себя и свою семью, это такое дело. Так, Варак, привет всем, здорово, друже, як твої справи, як настрій, і вообще, як поживаєш? Друже, як поживаєш? Байрак, як поживаєш? Так, кто же моя команду на турнир ВСИ? Сейчас по поводу турнира мы сейчас с вами побеседуем непосредственно там. Ё-моё, началась транслейшн. Смотрите, начинается. Так, с чего начнем? Давайте потом будем... Вау. Давайте сейчас немножечко сосредоточимся. Тут немножечко скупая слеза пошла. Ё-моё, Прайсик, здорово. Так. Ё-моё, сколько всего, да, наделали красоты такой. Скажу, как старый дед, а ведь раньше могли делать. Ты шо? Бум-бум, Call of Duty Mobile. Ой, Call of Duty Mobile. Вообще вселенная Call of Duty по всему миру. Я понимаю, что мне чат не падает. Пирамида из вертольков. Я даже такое не видел, что такие приколы здесь. Так, Федор, здорово, брат. Кстати, Владос, Лизард и Фигура в то же время, как и ты, начали стрим. И они тоже, кстати, Call of Duty Next делают. Я еще скажу, Альф 69 тоже начинает стримчик. Короче, там все именно сегодня, все в Call of Duty Next. Главное событие для любителей Call of Duty. Так, Федор, добро пожаловать. Федор уже бывалый солдат. Федор, тебе еще раз привет. Та все окей, ти як, все дуже добре, Байрак, все дуже добре. «20 лет Call of Duty», прикиньте. Ух ты.
As the iconic Captain Price once said, it's a good time to take inventory. This month we are celebrating 20 years of Call of Duty. With all the matches played and missions completed, our history is made up of the incredible experiences created by you, the players. On behalf of all of us who work to bring these games to life each day, thank you for sharing this journey with us. We have some amazing in-game rewards we will be announcing later in the show, but for now, we wanted to take a moment to reflect. You are the reason for the success of these games, and from all of the teams across the world, we're grateful and humbled at your ongoing support, enthusiasm, and dedication to all things COD. While we celebrate this milestone, we are also looking ahead to the next chapter of awesome moments together. Today, you will see and hear all the details of Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, an exclusive look at Modern Warfare Zombies, a brand new Warzone map, Warzone mobile news, and more. In Call of Duty, no one fights alone. So we brought 250 creators from around the world to drop in live here at Call of Duty Next. And first up, this is Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer.
И сегодня вы видите радостный момент, когда у вас выйдет Warzone Mobile. И вы будете мне наконец... бля. Так. Что серьезно намечается? Ух ты. Е-мое, карты, да? А карты-то какие? О, Modern Warfare 3. Ебать, трек! Сюда, сука, мурахи по коже пошли. Бля, дальше. Бля, идеально подходит тречок под это все. Сука. А умею четки делать, согласны? Бляха, як красиво, я в шоку. Вау, что за костюмчики такие? О, мать. Саундтрек с фильма «Реальная сталь». Обожаю Эминема. Да, такие олдскул. Такие камуфляжики, вы ценили? А что это краш был только что? Я чуть не понял. Что это такая за карта? Или мы еще такое не видели? Сука, я Дина, да? Так. Так, большинство геймеров ждали этого многие. Да, брат, тебя очень тихо слышно. А ну, братики, скажите мне, пожалуйста, как меня слышно в данный момент. Пожалуйста, отдайте обраточку. Может, придется валюмены делать. Сегодня будет презентация Call of Duty 3, мобильная тоже, я знаю. Именно момент. Я, короче, переживу, что я понимаю. Давай. Олдскулы свело от этой песни, сука. И олдскулы, и яички тоже. Опа! Новембр это ноябрь, да? 10 ноября будет Modern Warfare 3.
Hello,
Похлопаем,
everyone, and welcome
everybody!
to Call of Duty
Yeah!
next. We have an
Привет!
action-packed day in store for
Так,
you
Федор,
with
отлично слышно.
gameplay
Федор,
and
спасибо за
game
обраточку.
details for Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty
Квадкаст.
Warzone,
А еще не
and
Квадкаст
Call of
S.
Duty
Я про
Warzone
микрофон еще.
Mobile. There are
Норм
over
слышно. Спасибо большое, парни.
250
За
creators
обраточку.
behind us, ready to dive
Тиктоки
into
буду делать,
these
посмотрите,
games,
лампы
and we're
кольцевые.
so excited to be here with you today to unveil the future of Call of Duty. I'm Golden Boy, your host for today, alongside the one and only Stephanie Snowden. You may know her as the Studio Communications Director, and we are thrilled to go into what's going to be upcoming for the 20th year of Call of Duty, which is bonkers.
It's a little bit younger than us.
20 лет
Just a little
серии
bit.
Call of
Just a touch.
Duty.
Thank you so much
Они
for
за
not
20 лет
revealing my
бабла
age.
намыли.
You're
Это просто
welcome. We
ебанешься.
don't here. It's a safe
Да
place.
можно
Thank
купить
you.
весь мир,
I'm
мне
thrilled
кажется.
to be here. It is
Это
an
просто жесть.
electric atmosphere. It's absolutely incredible.
Кстати, оцените,
And I
как
am
студия выполнена.
so
Ну, не студия,
ready
вот
to
эта вот
talk
площадка,
about
где
Call
они
of
будут
Duty. It's been an
презентовать.
entire calendar year of us saying next,
черно-красных
next. Well, guess
тонах.
what? That starts
Тонах моего
today.
канала.
We're
Они,
here to
походу,
talk
шарят.
about Modern
Может,
Warfare
они
3,
хотят
and we're
сделать
going to be getting
амбассадором
into gameplay
серии Call of Duty.
very, very soon. But we have
Так,
some amazing
46 тысяч людей на данный момент смотрят трансляцию.
Yeah, that's right. We also have some awesome viewership rewards as well
Я
for
тебе
people to
больше
watch at
скажу
home. Isn't that right,
еще.
Steph?
It's true. Make sure you're dialed in on the
А у нас
broadcast
только
here,
пока
COD
7,
Next,
пока
because you
7.
will have a chance to
Это
unlock
капец.
in-game
Это,
rewards for
прикиньте, все
Modern Warfare
стримеры
3
по колде
just
сейчас
for watching this stream
в канале
on the
его
official
смотрят. Это
Call of
просто
Duty or
жесть.
Twitch YouTube
Привет,
channels.
дамы и
Take a
господа.
look and chat on either of these streams for more
Да, ты
details.
переводишь.
for
Привет,
your
дамы и
chance
господа.
to earn
Сегодня
some of
пройдет
the
Call of Duty
awesome
Next,
loot
и будет
on the
сегодня Call
screen.
of
I want that.
Duty Modern
I want
Warfare
that
3,
weapon
и,
charm.
конечно
Yeah,
же,
that's
Call of
right.
Duty
So
Warzone
make sure you go out
Mobile.
there.
Yeah, boy.
Turn my
Watch
phone on.
it. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
there's no reason for you
Владос,
not
можешь
to.
не
But
говорить, мне сложно
we've got some
переводить.
good
Ну,
stuff
Фокси,
coming up
могу
on the
тебе это
horizon.
обещать.
Steph, what do we have coming up
У них
first?
крутая
This is
студия.
one I'm very excited
Да.
about
Yes,
first.
we
Согласен.
are diving straight into Modern Warfare 3
Так,
multiplayer.
черный-красный
Joining
таб,
us now, the
прочитаешь мысли
multiplayer team from
пожалуйста. Да, у меня даже
Sledgehammer
тачка
Games.
красного
Adam
цвета,
Iskov,
прикиньте.
Senior Development
Вот
Director,
такие вот
Greg
моменты.
Dreisdorf, Multiplayer Creative Director,
Я даже
and
вот
Kim Wygant, Development Director.
HyperX
Guys,
бренд
welcome.
мне
I
понравился
am
и
so
в той
to
же
talk about
степени
your
из-за
game.
цветов. Потому что
Where
красный
do we
черный
even
преобладает.
start? You know, I have an idea, but
Yeah, we have a run-up show. We have a direction that we're going to go in,
47 человек
thankfully.
онлайн.
But
Пипец.
guys, this
Ух,
has to
красная
feel
тачка.
very freeing. It
Ебой,
has to
для
feel
цвета
like
коррида.
now you're going to
Ну,
be able
цвет
to talk about
спелой,
this thing that you've been
сочной,
working on for
сучки
so
вишни.
long here.
Вот
And you're going to
сучки
also have these
вишни.
incredible
Вот так вот.
creators playing it
Моя
all in
жена
real
называем
time.
Yeah, it's
Моника, нашу
wonderful to be
ласточку.
here. It's wonderful to have all the creators being able to play, give us feedback
Так,
on
ладно,
the game right
вникаем,
away, and have
в
everybody playing
презентацию.
beta tomorrow. It's going to be great.
jump right into beta tomorrow, folks. We'll be talking about that more later to remind you. But we're going to get straight into gameplay for the folks behind us. But before we do, Greg, can you give us a top line of
мониторы
what the
делает
community
HyperX
can
еще.
really
Будем
expect
знать, будем знать.
in the multiplayer experience for
Не
Modern
знал.
Warfare 3?
We have one of the greatest sets of launch maps ever coming to the game, and we've taken these maps and we've really revitalized them and modernized them with the latest in visuals, audio, effects, as well as gameplay
Короче, они
coming
улучшили
to
видео,
bat on
аудио,
those. And it's
эффекты, я
just
так понимаю.
fantastic to have them. We also have a ton of new
я
mechanics
пытаюсь
coming to the
переводить,
game
вы поняли?
around movement, around being able to be responsive in the moment, in that
Так, мы
combat.
его разрабатывали
And
много
we
времени,
have
это
one
будет
of
две
the,
хороших
we have
игры.
the largest
А
set of
получается, на этой
weapons
презентации
ever
только
in
две
Modern
игрушки показывают,
Warfare
правильно? Modern
in
Warfare и Warzone
multiplayer.
Mobile.
Yeah, with carry
Сука,
forward
скажите
from
мне
Modern
дату
Warfare 2,
релиза,
of
а то
course,
я
you're
вас,
gonna be
блядь,
taking
приеду
your
и покусаю в
inventories
этом
with you,
Huge.
красно-черном
reminding people
павильоне.
throughout the day. But with that largest weapon slate coming to multiplayer in Modern Warfare 3, very exciting stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing as soon as our gamers all just decided to like load up and get into the action. It's going to be really pumped. We're going to be all really pumped to just see it because I had a chance to play it and I really did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. So I mean, credit to you guys for making something that is not just fun, but also brings back a very
И мы
familiar
послушали
feeling
наши
for old
игроки,
heads like
компьютеры, и
myself
сделали
that
так,
just
что
like
ошибок
me
не
some
будет.
good old-fashioned boots
Они,
on
блядь,
ground
всегда
COD.
так говорят,
Thank you.
потом
That is awesome.
напиздят,
We play it
лишних
every day,
какая-то голова
and like
получается.
we could. Every day I come in, I'm
А
excited to
зачем
play it. I'm
кусаться?
excited to get in there
Ну,
and
блядь,
just
если я не
you
узнаю
know,
даты
grind away.
релиза
Yeah,
Call of
and
Duty
each
Warzone
year,
Mobile,
you know, with the franchise, we
придется
intend to take
переходить
a
на
step
крайние меры,
forward.
Федор.
Modern Warfare 3 is
Тебя
definitely
когда-нибудь
that. It's the
кусали
next
люди?
chapter. We're progressing
Ты
things.
поймешь, когда
And one of the
тебя
things you
кто-то
mentioned that I
покусает,
think we'll be
что
talking
это
a
малоприятные
lot about
вещи.
today is this
Поэтому
player
им
freedom in
интереснее
a
мне
lot of
сказать
different ways.
сегодня дату
Adam,
релиза. И нам
what can
всем.
we expect to see down there when the gameplay starts?
I think we've already heard some great positive feedback from the people that really know this game, and you know, breathe it every day.
да?
So I think
Модник.
once the gameplay kicks off and everybody's able to get their hands on it in the beta starting tomorrow, we're really going to see you know, continued positive sentiment around the feel of Modern Warfare 3.
Well, you know what? I think the time for talk is past. And it brings me great joy to say, let the games begin, and let's check out Modern Warfare 3 for the first time on stream. This is so exciting. And look, there's going to be a lot to dive into. We're going to be pretty much here the entire time talking through this and pointing out things that we see, things that catch our attention that we want to highlight for the community. And as it stands right now, I mean, we have all these incredible creators that are participating in this. And you know that they're loving every minute of it. Playing some Kill Confirm with the homies, always a good time.
Yeah, I think we want to start off with talking about maps. There's so much to talk about, but let's start small for today. We're going to be playing 5 maps here, and those are the 5 multiplayer 66 maps that are in beta. Greg, you want to take us through?
Немножечко крашится, да, трансляция?
Yeah, of course. Well, right now we're watching a little bit of Skid Row, and that is, you know, a great map to have in the back. We have Rust here, and again, Rust is, there's so much happening in these maps.
Крашится, да?
You know, Adam. What else are we going to have in the beta?
Well, so
Favela.
As Stephanie mentioned, today we're playing 5 of the 16 466s that we're launching on day 1 with Modern Warfare 3. So we're talking Favela, Estate, Rust, Skid Row, High Rise, all of which are stone cold classics that, you know, we've modernized to, you know, accommodate the Modern Warfare 3 updated player mechanics and movement and gameplay and weapon feel. So I'm really excited to get a little taste of what's going to be in the beta, and then you know, give players some excitement around what's launching on day 1.
It's really fun for me, as I had mentioned previously, you know, having played and competed way back in the day in Modern Warfare 2 and stuff, and seeing these maps return again. Because, like, you know, I look at Favela and I remember, a long time ago, and Placer eliminated me from a Game Battles tournament and absolutely bopped me in the middle, you know, in front of all my friends. He doesn't remember it, but I remember it for the rest of my life.
That's all that matters.
Favela holds a special place in my heart, for sure.
Персонажи открывают быстро двери. Вот в Warzone первой, Warzone второй, например, бэмс. Выпадать на нее
right? But a lot of
Ты думаешь, что будет хорошей игрой? А, ты думаешь, что будет хорошей игрой, девушка? Думаю, эта игра перевернет игроков. О, мало вам, что вы нас постоянно переворачиваете, так вы нас еще хотите еще раз перевернуть.
So if you remember some sweet spots, some lines of sight from the originals, those are still going to be there. But we've also made some adjustments to just make them feel better for Modern Warfare 3's player movement and weapon feel, and we feel like it's a really happy medium and a great balance between the two.
Here's my personal favorite, Kim. Agreed. I would like to talk to you about this. Fellow high-rise stands, where are you at? I know you're back here.
I see players are already figuring out some of the Easter eggs of, you know, the original maps of how to get back into it.
Oh yeah, well there was only one way to try and take over Bombsite and S&D. You had to hit the little catwalk on the opening of the map. Come on, guys.
Everybody yesterday, I saw all the creators of the red carpet event. They're all like, I'm sniping off the map. I'm sniping off the ladder on high res. Watch me. I'm a 360 off it. I'm like, oh, here we go. We're already there. So good.
It was so important to us to keep all of those opening moves that you remember from back in the day, and being able to have those in the game, but also have this modernization of the movement, how we're able to work with the high mantles in the game now, like all of this stuff that we're watching in high res. You can now go over a lot of this with mantles, and you can go over, like, you can use your slide canceling, you could do all of that.
Well, I was going to ask about that. Did that create a layer of, you know, maybe some complexity with the slide canceling and stuff like that, like trying to ensure that the maps don't get just completely, like, turned upside down?
It does, and one of the things about these maps is these maps were made 14 years ago, like, and to have that, like, we had to make them ready to go for 2023, right? We've added that modernization to them, to what gamers expect, to what our Call of Duty
game design changed a lot in those years.
Yeah, it is, and you have to bring everything up to the standard of today.
Так, лайки не забуваем прожимати. О, Байрак каже правду, Байрак. А ну, лайков накидайте по-братськи. Я заметив, там нема снайперів.
Like, you can go in, those lines of sights that were there are still there, and you're going to have fun. You're going to be able to do those opening moves, those opening snipe shots, especially in high rise, just off the bat.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And keeping that conversation going, what are the maps like? Because I know that there's going to be more down the line.
Oh,
right?
for sure.
Let's talk about the launch maps,
So in addition to these 5 that we're playing today, day one on launch, we're going to get the rest of the 16 OGs from 2009. So we're talking Karachi, Invasion, Afghan, Skid Row, you know, Sub-Base, Rundown. Yeah, like it's all there and on and on. Yeah, so we're super excited to be bringing those. And in addition to those OGs, we have some new ground war maps that we're launching too. So we have 3 ground war maps that are brand new, which is the, the traditional like 32v32 vehicle gameplay. Yeah, so that's going to be an awesome, alternative for people if they want to take a break from 6v6 or just mash it up.
Like, you want to go bigger, but you don't necessarily want to dive fully into Warzone. You have ground war. That is so, for people like me, like, you know, big,
можно какие-то кепку вот эту распрекрасную с красным козырьком вымутить.
Это просто превосходно. And aside from ground war, I'm excited to say that there is another mode coming back that many of us know and love originally from Call of Duty World War II. And that is War Mode.
That's right. Wow. We are super. I mean, War Mode holds a special place in my heart from 2017. It's a brand new map that's launching on day one as well. It's got the attacker defender gameplay that we remember from the mode, the linear objectives, the buildables, the scripted events. It's really exciting to see that be part of our day one launch slate as well.
Awesome. So we've got ground war, we've got Core 6v6, we've got War Mode, and a little something we're going to get to later in the show, a brand new mode coming to multiplayer.
Ну, то, что они красивее стали, однозначно. Возможно, они красивее, просто для нас необычно. Ну, мне нравится то, что я вижу.
Yeah, it's really so cool to see a lot of these players get back to the roots, you know, because you can even see it. Like something I always enjoyed about a lot of these like big reveal events, right, is everyone loads in, they're discovering these maps for the first time, they're seeing them with fresh eyes. But here, that's not the case. We got a lot of familiarity here, and now the fresh eyes are going to be like, what did they add? What did they contribute to like make this into their own version of a map? But I do appreciate as a competitive guy that you guys really focused on keeping the core of the maps. You know,
we love these maps. Like these are, we've adopted these maps internally at Sledgehammer. We treat them as our own. And we've gone through every nook and cranny, understanding them, understanding where all the Easter eggs are, where all the line sites are. We have tons and tons of PowerPoints about it that just allow us to go through and really understand like what makes these maps work. And then what we've done is we've taken that nostalgia and we've also added that modernization of spice on top of it. That when you're playing these, when you're coming back to them, it is familiar, but also new at the same time, where you're now able to mantle over things that you were never able to get to. You're able to get up on top of things. Right here, we're watching.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, there it is.
I live here. I live here.
Right on. And to Greg's point too, when these maps first came out in 2009, Hardpoint did not exist. Kill Confirm did not exist. So those are brand new modes for these maps that were never experienced.
Well, I'm interested to see how those modes potentially like elevate some of these maps that maybe were, less played, вот эта вот мушка квадратненькая. Ну не мушка, а коллиматор. Очень прикольно. Я хотел бы, чтобы там такое добавили.
Those maps, those larger maps in
Vista подтверждено.
like Derail and Underpass, and those play fantastic when you get into 10v10 or 12v12. We've had those.
Вот это вот коллиматор. Блин, такой крутой. Я бы хотел бы себе такой.
And it's just fabulous to be able to play them on there. We also have control for those.
Так, ВЛАДОСа, что некоторые комментарии непонятные и с ошибками. Просто я спешу, чтобы успеть подстрелить. Фокс, вообще не переживай. Вообще огромное спасибо, что ты вовлекаешься и пытаешься нам что-то переводить.
Well, we're watching some great kill confirm action here. We've been flipping around a bit, and find me in that sniper lane. That's all I got to say. I will be there. I will be waiting for you in the beta tomorrow.
This is so great.
ADS ready.
I know we've been talking a lot about the 20-year anniversary of Call of Duty, but like what better way to celebrate that than with dropping all of these 16 day one.
Looking at high rise in 2023. That's so cool. I'm just going to take a moment to appreciate that. You know, it's not every day that you get to not just go back and like relive things that you enjoyed so much growing up, but then also to there are some streamers here who are younger than Call of Duty's launch, 20 years ago. So they're going to get to experience this really with a fresh coat of paint for the first time ever. That's quite liberating for you guys, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think really these maps hold up for, you know, old school veterans as well as like people who are brand new to Call of Duty.
Девчуля там, да, видите, накидывает белокурая жизнь.
Never been a better time to jump in. Yeah, I mean, you're absorbing so much of COD's history. To your point, what a better way to celebrate 20 years.
Эхо тут есть,
with these iconic maps
или это не эхо?
returning in an all-new way.
Мушка похожа на
And
эхо.
we're going to talk about all those new ways as part of the,
И добавлены новые, кажется, это типа дрон-убийца и новый класс, и с этим они добавили новый режим. О, это круто.
You will get to play it
starting
tomorrow. Take a look here at the beta schedule. For players who pre-order on PlayStation, starting tomorrow, and next week for players who order on Xbox and PC. The maps, modes, weapons you're seeing here today, those are in beta. So 2 round more maps and in-game rewards for playing. So anyway, take a look, take notes here with the pros playing, tune into the stream, get some hot tips before you drop in your first match tomorrow.
числа будет открыто.
That's right.
Кто хочет пообрываться за
It's quite exciting to see, you know, everyone across like all the different platforms just like going live, playing COD, like, and then again loading up and then seeing like Scrapyard or High Rise. Still just blows my mind. I genuinely am so excited about this. But you know, there are a lot of like
Пока не, Русик, пока не, но я буду знать, что если ТБЕ, я ТБЕ еще возьму.
You know, is there anything that we should be expecting, you know, like post-launch as far as like maps go?
Oh, definitely. I'm very excited to tell you both today that starting season 1, we have a bunch of new maps coming. So season 1 we're dropping 3, season 2 dropping 3 more new ones. So over the course of our entire live season, there will be 12 new 6v6 maps coming to Modern Warfare 3.
Awesome. So launching with 16, 12 down the road. That is a big map pool to choose from.
And these are all different sizes of maps, different locales, for all different play styles. You know, you might see 1 or 2 fan favorites come back as well over the course of live season. But we have a bunch of new maps coming that we're really excited about.
На этой презентации. Вот из 44 человек, 4000 ждут Modern Warfare 3, а все остальные ждут Warzone Mobile.
6v6 core maps.
Stay tuned.
Right off the bat.
And guess what? With all of those
там
maps,
ще платина и калька БП.
You know what you can do with
А что
them?
такое калька БП? Ну да ладно, я разберусь.
We're going to see it in a lobby soon, but map voting is back, folks.
Yeah, that's huge.
Get excited. I mean, the community has been thrilled. I can't wait to see it in action here today. I'll be taking notes on which ones we know are the ringers of the group. I think we have a good feeling.
Somebody voted for state, it looks like. Here we're looking at a state.
Oh, nice.
Будет много игроков с КП и Дробашави, девушка. Я согласен с тобой, но главное, чтобы игрокам
We have an
понравилось.
idea of where the maps are going to land in the voting, but when you account for the new modes and
Ah,
modes that you were playing in there before, when you get into hard point and you need that space to have that rotation, it'll be interesting to see.
Чтобы игрокам понравилось. Я думаю, понравится игрокам. И честно намек на то, что снайпы не особо будут ролять, а будут упорно ПП нашивать. А может не намек, может это я догадки чисто.
Skid Row, like, I was actually talking with Nameless in the back about
что
this.
это за
It's
режим
like
такой,
these maps now, like you have maps like Skid Row that can actually like be potentially viable, like competitively, which is quite exciting. It just changes the entire like feel of the offering, which you know we didn't have back then.
We've honestly already been talking to CDL a little bit about some of their favorites, about what they might want to play, and it's great to get their feedback early on to see how the competitive.
All right, we're looking at Lupo. My guy Lupo, he is in his loadout editor. We can get a good look here. He's got the lightweight boots, and Kim, I would love if you could take us through what we're seeing here and how loadout select has changed and what players can expect.
Yeah, so what you're seeing here, so someone is looking at our boots category. This is actually one of our new categories for perks. So we split up the perks into 3 different categories. We have boots, gloves, and gear. And you're going to see some fan favorites come back. We've remixed some of the perks, and we brought some new ones into the fray. Now, they're all also represented with physical gear items. So everything that you see there has some contextualization for players. So it's not just a list of things just like you come. It's like you're getting these
Так, капси для швидкости, без звуку и т.д. Круто. Там очки и шапки и т.д. Ё-моё, круто, круто, очень круто сделано. Мне прям определенно нравится. И, кстати, вот прайс вы почекните, как он на фоне стоит кайфово. Вот этот шлейф от него, я надеюсь, это не запах, ну вы поняли, а именно шлейф какой-то интересный. 3 слоты. Ну я понял, короче, замена перков, только замена шматьев. Ну, это более, как сказать, более реалистично. к реалистичности подвинуто, вот так я скажу. Чем какие-то перки, вот какие-то одеяния, которые влияют, это, блядь, именно классно придумано. Дуже классно.
Yeah, the knee pad. Greg, I've been
using сет плюс шапка, боекрис, аксессуар и капсик.
And then we have the lightweight boots. We have the canvas sneakers. I also hear those are your favorite.
Look, I'm sneaky. I'm trying to move. I need all the help I can get. Yeah. We need all the things.
So, and those are just going to cancel out your noise when you're moving around. They're going to eliminate footsteps.
The true silent movement perk is back. Yep.
Can confirmed, have used it, heard nothing. So it is very silent.
Success. It was only footsteps.
Oh, yeah, no, I could. Well, yeah. Well, also, you know, I mean, I can't hear anymore either. Old age, anyway. No.
А что это, да? Это раз, не раз случайно карта? Карта раз?
I guess when, you know, you're talking about Call of Duty having been around for so long, it's amazing how we've all just grown up with this, right? And you guys are seeing these things that happened back then, you know, the way the game is made, and you're taking place, like, also, again, keeping it very familiar, but also keeping it very fresh. Something that really stuck out to me, Kim, is, you know, you guys bringing back that classic.
Кстати, раз очень классно переиграли, не знаю, конечно, в Warfare 2. Но тут он очень красиво выглядает, дуже гарно выглядает.
Yeah, we are too. I mean, so any unsuppressed weapon fire will show up as a red dot on the mini-map. And we think it's really just a core intel piece for our player base for Modern Warfare 3. We really want to make sure that people know where the firefights are happening, really understand, you know,
ну вот это узик, то, что добавило в раздел пистолет, это, конечно, мне кажется, это может с обновлением баланса как-то поменять. Потому что цейка здесь.
In. I know how I'm going to flank. I know where we're going to go. You can strategize more with your teammates. So, you know, we really just felt that bringing back the classic was absolutely the way to go.
It's classic gameplay.
Так, Warzone Mobile буде малюка. Що таке малюк? Малюк це коротиш, типа як от у нас дробаш, типа двуствольний, який буде знаходитися в розділі пістолет.
It feels right. It feels great. I've really loved seeing it. You have a direct way to engage. So I'm really excited to hear you guys talk about that.
О, Лордик, здорово, брат.
Piece of classic gameplay that you'll
Украинское ШВ, серьезно?
In Modern Warfare 3.
Всем салам, здорово, Лордик, еще раз.
Tell me more.
Tell me more. We've talked about a little bit of movement, but I'd like to get into some of the nitty-gritty. Slide animation cancel, reload animation cancel. They're both back.
Yeah, so we felt really strongly about bringing back slide cancel and reload cancel. You know, and in both of those things, really the core was we wanted players to feel responsive and feel like they had a lot of options. So we know that when you commit to doing a slide, you're stuck on a pretty linear trajectory. You know that when you're doing a reload, some of those weapons have really long reloads with real big movement. So even after doing that, we wanted to make sure that players had the choice to cancel out of that because we know things change moment to moment so quickly in these battles. And it felt right, you know, and we're just so happy that we have it back in. And we know that I think, the players are really going to be happy these things are back in.
Awesome. We're going to see it a lot here today.
Реально хочется, чтобы Warzone вышла вот, ну, блядь, хотя бы в ноябре, в конце октября. Вот хочется нового чего-то, знаете, глоток свежего воздуха, вот отвлечься, знаете, абстрагироваться и вздохнуть себя новое, как бы, желание катать, развиваться, обуздавать что-то новое. Было бы круто, если Warzone Mobile появилась в ноябре. Очень бы круто было.
Yes, I can. I can give you the exact
details. Yes, you can!
Yeah.
This is the guy.
Only the exact details. So rather than 100 health, we have 150 health across all of our players.
Я бы с удовольствием бы покатал бы на компе.
So that is parity with Warzone, what's currently live in Warzone.
У меня есть определенные планы на ноутбук, поэтому...
Modern Warfare 3 Season 1 as well. And what we've also done with that time to kill, so what you're going to notice is it's much more consistent across the board. So we've eliminated some of these spikes that we've had in the past because our modifiers, so we have modifiers on your, when you get a headshot, it does more damage. When you do a limb shot, it does less damage. So we've kind of normalized those and closed the gap between them. And what that allows for you as a player is you're able to really have this experience where it's consistent. So when you're putting bullets on target, it is now like you get that feeling, you get that rhythm back into your gameplay, and you're able to go from combat to combat and start to feel that pace of combat, especially with our hit markers now. Like the sound effects, if you haven't had a chance to listen to them, like they're fantastic. The audio team's done a great job with them.
Hit markers.
We have hit marker visuals as well, so you're also
вылетело
notice that
головы, ну вы
headshot
поняли,
hit
короче.
marker.
Чтоб
So that's
сработала
when that
нормальная
extra
снайпа,
damage is
чтоб
going to come
баллистика
into
была,
play,
чтоб...
and it's normalized
Как
across
это
board. So it is a
называется,
little
господи,
longer. You can
вылетело, теперь не могу
respond
вспомнить.
to getting shot. Like as soon as you start
Ну,
to
короче,
see your
чуть
screen
заранее
light
или
up
чуть
red,
позже на
you pull
опережение
away,
стрелять,
you
чтобы
can get
залетал
into
патрон.
cover,
Ну, короче,
and really
чтобы это
take
все
that
работало
engagement
как
in
вот,
the way that
например,
you
хотя
want to
бы в
take that
PUBG.
engagement.
Yeah, I think
Сука,
with
я
those
буду
visual
кайфовать
identifiers
немного.
and with the audio
У меня, кстати, по
cues,
поводу Warzone есть еще
kind of
определенные планы.
taking that step
Сейчас
forward
мы
a
узнаем
little
дату
bit. You
выхода,
certainly
и
feels
потом
like
я
you
вам
have a bit
скажу,
more time
какие
to
у меня есть на нее
evade.
планы, и я думаю,
Definitely,
это вас
you
должно
have more
порадовать.
survivability, you have more
там
options
как пойдет.
with the freedom of movement
Yes, it
to
certainly.
get out of combat.
А что это
And that
запуск было только
includes a
что?
new thing that I would like to talk about called tax stance.
Yes,
Так, снайпы
Tax Stance
ваншотят
is a fantastic
Warzone
addition
2.
to our movement set as well as
Даже
what
бошку
you're
не
doing with
ваншотят, ни
tactical
одна?
gameplay. It is a mix between. It's right in
Только
between
еще
your
выбухи
aim down the sight, so
боеприпасов
you're
и
very
бошку. Не,
like
ну бошку
you
это
know,
ваншот
pinpoint
понятно.
accuracy and your hip fire. So the hip fire is going to
И
be that big spread that
выбуховые
you have.
понятно. В
And
принципе,
so
все
what it
логично.
allows you to do is when you're in
Она
ADS,
же
you
тоже
can actually
снайпами
go in
шотает,
and
она только
toggle
бошку, там
tax stance.
парочку,
saw the
пару-тройку
UI
снайпу,
pop up
right there it is.
шотает.
Tax stance
It's
right
Ой,
there.
ебать, а
gonna
вот это
appear
шо?
down on the
А это шо
D-pad,
было?
for those of
And
you
for
who
anybody
Это был
who
боковой
sweats
прицел
out there, I
какой-то?
think it's important to
Бля, ну
note
тут она
this is
красивее
kinda,
кажется, чем
it takes like
реальный
an assault
геймплей на
rifle
самом
and
деле.
turns it into almost like a
Это
little bit
вонючие
of a
фавелы,
sub.
что ли,
Where you kind
ненавистные,
of like
блядь,
push
да это
corners a
фавелы
little bit more
ссаные.
aggressively with
Canted.
it.
It's great for a CQB.
Yeah,
О, это
yeah,
шо,
yeah. So it feels like you're
УЗИшка,
getting the
нахуй,
best of
можно
both worlds with it, while
через
also still,
этот,
obviously, you're not going to get the
через
full benefits
Акимба
of using
Oh
сделать
it.
yeah, and so
дабл
those LMGs, like being able to take those longer range weapons. When we talked earlier about
Yeah.
derail or some of the
Ебать,
larger
боковой
maps, like you want to
выстрел
be able to
прикольный.
run a longer gun. So being
Ебать,
able to take that
прикольно.
in and then going
Очень
to
прикольно.
canted, going to tax stance, inside, indoors, going
Yeah.
in those warehouses is
Да.
a fabulous
Ценовая
mechanic to
фишка.
have.
We just saw it here. We're seeing
Типа
some
набил
clips of it.
прицеле.
Yep.
А, это типа
It's very
стрельба от
good.
плеча, да?
Having
Типа
used it
такого?
myself,
Типа как стрельба от
I can
плеча
see
была,
the
помните в этом
application for it,
New
and I think we're
Stadium
going to see
PUBG?
some
Что
awesome
типа
outplay
полностью
options,
прицельный
but, like,
входишь, а так
players are
типа
going to go nuts with that
точнее,
feature.
чем
Yeah.
от бедра, и
It's
не
also-
так
it's
точно,
also
как от
nice
прицела.
just if you
От
have a
плеча
specific
называлось.
playstyle. Adam, you mentioned
Если это
it's
так, то
really
это,
great
сука,
for close
круто.
quarters
Ну, выглядит,
combat,
по
which
крайней
is
мере, она круто.
personally
Как
what
она
I've used
работает,
before
то
when
тоже
I've
надо
been
пробовать.
playtesting with you guys.
А что это
But
за
I
штатив,
think
ё-моё?
it's there if you want it, and if you're not
Exactly.
not into it,
Yeah.
don't use it. You know, it's an option. It's again
Ну,
that
это крутая
optionality
фишка,
for
на самом
players
деле.
to choose how they engage
В точку.
movement and all of
Понял.
these new fun toys that we're showing
Понял.
off. on
Тогда
Modern
я
Warfare 3.
And
еще
there are
что-то
option
соображаю.
settings for that tax stance. Right now, it's on the down D-pad. If you're not a controller masher, like I
Бля,
am,
ну
I get in there, I
That's
can
me.
карта
panic
раз
a little
очень
bit.
крутая.
There's
All the
options
buttons.
for you
Раз
to
очень
allow you to
круто
put it on
выглядит.
your stick, which, well, if you're not a
Я,
keyboard
кстати,
and
только
mouse
что
player.
увидел по эффектам. Видели, когда взрывается
you can go in and
граната,
it is
именно,
much
я не знаю,
more
где-то
like
везде будет
it
работать или
is
нет.
a skill at
Когда
that
на
point,
песке
being able to
взрывается,
utilize
что
that
прям
in
клуб
those
дыма
close quarters
поднимается.
Right.
Видели?
Adam, I see you studying
Будет она
gameplay
именно так
intently.
работать на всех
We're on
поверхностях,
Rust
или
here.
на
I
полу?
love,
What are we seeing?
I love me some
Интересно.
Rust. And
Или
you're
она
just
именно
talking
на
about the
песке будет
options
поднимать
any
пыль,
player
там
can
где-то
use. Somebody was
дробь
running a
вместе, что-то
shotgun a
другое.
second ago, now we're
Yeah.
shooting an AR. There's
Без
snipers up at the top of the tower. There's, you know, on a map like this, that's
A lot of variety.
yeah, that's really like fast gameplay. You can still see it. It's viable for all different play styles, which is really exciting.
Yeah, there really is nothing better than
Например, Даин
grabbing
видели,
a shotty
катается.
and just running around the map and
I
Шарит,
mean,
шарит.
he
парень.
just had the Renetti out. He's going ham with it.
Так,
Oh,
нужно
yeah.
You
покупать
got all
комп.
different. You got all different
Всюду так.
options here. We're probably going to see a lot of that on Rust.
А,
today.
я
Making a
понял.
hard point right now.
Я понял,
well,
Русь.
this has been really fun to check out. and
Ну,
we've
жаль,
got
заработать,
plenty
знаете,
more
под
to watch, without a doubt, here.
материал
But
пола
we're gonna
вообще
take a quick
бы
break from
было
the
бы
gameplay
круто.
for a brief second.
Нужно
We
покупать
actually
комп.
wanted to
Лорник
mention an
однозначно.
awesome partnership between Call of
Хотя бы
Duty
пробовать
and
такие
the
штучки.
Hundreds.
Интересно.
Now, you're taking a look here. We should be seeing in a moment at a limited edition Call of Duty Hundreds clothing line, and you have a chance to win one of these 50 sets. So simple. All you got to do is
Смотрите,
follow
шоп
at Call of Duty on
показывает.
X or Twitter, and
Бля,
make sure you
просто.
tweet or post
Ghost
hashtag
в виде
CODNEXT
бомбы,
and
бляха.
hashtag sweepstakes
Сука, вот это
for a
мерч.
chance to win one of 50
Вот это
sets.
мерч.
The Ghost Bomb Collection. So follow the channel. Tweet the hashtags for a
Ghost
chance to win
Collection.
a
Кто
set
хочет
from this awesome lineup. And let's just go ahead and jump right back into the gameplay. And Greg, you know, we'll toss one over to you here. So for anyone who has been playing Modern Warfare 2, right? You know, we now know like their inventory. That's going to be making its way over to this game, which is really, really cool. And it creates that like value for that player. Like, hey, my time here was worthwhile.
Exactly, and it is all about honoring the player investment for us. Like this is, we call this carry forward. We talked a little bit about it before. We had some blog posts about it. But with carry forward, all of your investment in the Modern Warfare 2 is coming over to Modern Warfare 3. So any weapon that you unlocked
Ой, бля,
is
промазал.
available
Ой,
for you
бля,
day one in
все
Modern
вообще
Warfare 3, so you
дожим
can go ahead and use
великолепный.
that. Any
кажется, я бы тоже
operator
мог
that you've
неплохо
purchased
понакидывать
or
им,
that you've unlocked as
киллов.
well. So if you got that spawn
Хотя бы за
operator
вот
from
этот
Season
мяч
6,
с
The
Гоустом.
Season 6
Day
Battle
one.
Pass is coming with us.
It's
Ходил бы
there
в
at day
нем
one, and it's
бы
fantastic to
это
have. Even
самое.
all of those blueprints and everything
Разбавлял
coming
просторы жизни своим
in with your
присутствием.
weapon level as well is available. All
And
of
your
your
camos.
attachments, your camos are there.
Camos, if you completed your
Aloha.
mastery camos, you got your Orion.
Даже
That's coming
неплохо.
with
But don't worry, the
Находите?
grind is still there for the Modern Warfare 3 weapons because it has its own set
СЮДА
of
его.
completionist camos as well that you can
А
go in
можно нам
and
Warzone
grind
Mobile
your
уже
heart out for
показать? Вы
those
поняли, что Modern
and go ahead
Warfare,
and get
сука,
those
ебейшая игра
in the game.
на
Yeah, we're going to talk about some of the other new
компьютер-кудахте, но
challenges coming to Modern
нужно
Warfare
как
3
бы
in a
немножечко
little
ребят
bit,
побаловать
but exciting to
и
hear
мобильного
that
поля
the camo
действия.
grind is real. We'll be back on it before
Там
we know
тоже есть
it.
своя армия фанатов, поэтому, ребятушки, давайте
more to
уже
come
подвязывайте нахуй.
Oh yeah, more to come.
Давайте нам Warzone Mobile
More to come
потщательнее
soon. So
покажите.
ominous.
News at 6.
Well, speaking of weapons, though, I love the
Так.
fact that we're going to get carried forward. I like the fact that, you know, there's plenty as we were seeing here.
Хорошо.
What other new weapons might we, you know, be treated to, I guess, moving forward here?
We have a bunch of new weapons coming in Modern Warfare 3. We have over 30 new weapons that you can experience,
Что это
level,
за пушка? Это Мак
get new
10 или у нас
attachments for
такой еще
them.
нет?
We have new global attachments as well that are available that you can use across all of your weapons.
Wow.
Yeah, even the Modern Warfare 2 weapons. And then we have
Здесь
20 plus
геймплей
operators
показывает.
that
Я
are there
понял,
for you to
понял.
unlock
Это
and
я
be
уже
able to use and
увидел.
experience.
If you don't
Уже
mind me
выявил,
asking,
уже выявил,
how
тут не
it must have been a fun
поспоришь.
challenge to take those
У типа
weapons
только
from
что был Узик.
MW2 and then bring them over to MW3 and like really
Oh
try
yeah,
and...
it's been
How
a
was
fun
that?
challenge.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah,
Ну вот этого
it's
типа
been
даже
great.
поинтереснее
And being
будет,
able to have all of
чем
those
у того,
weapons
что
and being able
показывали
to
до
your
этого.
arsenal come with you is an amazing experience to
Felt like
come
it was
in day
important
one.
to you guys to have
It
that.
is. It's very
Опорный
important
пункт
for us
держит
to
хорошо.
honor our players and be
Но не
able to,
очень.
you know, take all of that. But you spent a year in this game. We need to
ББЛА
bring that into
вызываем.
the next game and allow you to be able to experience it and have fun
Сзади,
and
сзади,
not
сзади, друже.
set you back all the
Кто-то
way.
меня услышит.
We still
Да,
have,
вот.
you know, 1 to 55. You're
Вот
going to
я
be able
уже
to level
свистит
that
флягу
again.
умею.
And we have new content in there for you to experience.
All the bells and whistles.
All the bells and whistles is there. But being able to have those weapons, being able to make it work with all of the attachments, we're actually doing tuning on those weapons as well, so they're not going to be exactly the same. They're
So
going to
get those balance passes.
Что-то ему
they're
закинули
going to
такое
have the
интересное.
essence of the
За
Modern Warfare 2
гранатку, да.
weapons, but they're not going to be one-to-one. You can actually
Так,
go
всем
in,
привет,
and
удачи
your
тебе на
friends at
стриме.
BNOTS have been able to
Warzone,
put in
Гудин
detailed
Фокс,
weapon
здорово,
stats
братик.
for us.
Спасибо большое
You're
за
going to be able to go
удачу,
in and look at
приятного
all of those
просмотра. Мы
intricacies,
ждем Warzone
check out what
Mobile,
their
когда
headshot
нам будет
multipliers
презентовать
are,
и
check out
скажем
what their, you know,
дату
limb
релиза
damages,
этой
all that stuff
чудной,
in there.
долгожданной
And that brings up attachment
игры,
tuning.
которую мы ждем
Attachment
года
tuning is
полтора,
coming
а может и
to Modern
больше.
Warfare 3.
It is.
По-моему, года
Part of
полтора,
Modern
да,
Warfare 2
как ее
is
там
part of that carry
анонсировали,
forward.
пошли слухи о ней.
Fantastic.
Yeah, excellent
Ну,
stuff.
с предыдущего
I
Call of
think,
Duty
we're
Next
all
прошел
just
ровно год,
happy
как
that,
мы его
you
смотрели.
know,
И где-то,
what I had
наверное,
already
где-то
used
полтора
is
годика мы ждем
gonna
Warzone
come
Mobile.
with.
По крайней мере,
Nicki
я жду.
Minaj is coming
Бля,
with
мне
you.
очень нравится
Thank you.
регистрация
Thank you
урона
so
здесь.
much. That was what
Даже
I
вот в
needed
этом
to know
состоянии у
about.
нее, сука,
You know,
ебейшая
not
регистрация урона,
spawn.
согласны?
Although I do love me some spawn.
The Barbs are thrilled.
Так, пока показывают
Kim,
ПК новый,
we
да.
are seeing some epic looking skins and
Самтекс,
weapons
липучка.
on our creators
Ты
here
про
today.
это,
In
про
fact,
гранатку,
right
да,
now,
имел в виду?
if you look at the screen, check that out. I believe these are from the Modern Warfare 3
Так.
Vault Edition. Can you give us
А в
some
плеймаркете
additional
можно будет
info?
скачать без
Yeah,
проблем?
happy to. So what you're seeing right now are the weapon camos that are going to
Ну,
be in
я так
our
понимаю,
Vault
всем,
Edition. There's a
кроме
blue and a red version.
Рашки и
So there's
Беларуси.
the Crimson Fates is what we're calling one
Ну, а
of them.
там
and
это
the
чисто
Carbon Fate
догадки,
is the
пока об
other.
этом точной инфы нет,
And these will be
но
applicable on 4 different
ходят
weapons.
слухи, что, скорее всего,
to get the
так.
Vault Edition, plus
А так в
all of their
Warzone, а так
attachments.
в
And
плеймаркете,
their
в App
reactions.
Store
So the better
скачать
you
можно
do in
будет
the
без
match, the
проблем.
more eliminations you get in a
Ну,
match,
как
the more
говорится,
you'll start to see that
есть
visual change
моменты,
on your
як
weapon.
его скачать, и
And
все
as
вы
you
их
can see,
знаете.
also the operators have
Это
their
уже
own
не
versions
новость.
of this. These
So
are the
cool.
Nemesis
Это, походу,
skins.
новый навык,
So there is
да?
a blue version and a red version there. The blue
Кинетическая
version
броня,
goes
которая у нас
on
уже
Price
300 лет
and
есть.
Ghost, and the red version goes
Федор,
on
приветик.
Warden and
Здорово, Федор.
Makarov.
А
Those are the
чё?
4 operators that get
Забыл,
these
что
skins.
уже
Same
здесь был.
reactive tech, so you're going to see a little bit of the silver, metallic,
Так,
shiny
значит, я не
looking
смогу.
Skin come up on the hands and the
Далеко не
torso.
факт, Фокс.
The
Это
better you do in the
чисто
match.
слухи
I've seen a
пока.
lot of Warden hype
А
on
на
the internet, so I think
бетке
people are
Mobile
really excited to
Warzone.
see her
VPN
in
помощь.
action.
либо очередной ПМ, либо так. Мортон,
But one thing about the reactive skins, to your point, these are performance driven, so that
Це
effect
скины
actually
были?
will scale back if you stop getting kills.
Серьезно?
Yes, exactly.
Это
Yeah,
типа
gotta
как
do well.
брюлик качнуть наружу, так можно брюлик на перса качнуть?
We need you to perform.
Ой, бля.
So those
Це
will be
реально
awesome. People will
скины?
be popping off,
Русик,
having
це скины, сука, красиво,
And of course, those are in the Vault Edition.
Yeah, and you know, speaking of the weapons and diving into it a little bit more, I understand as well that there is also a new system that you guys have on top of that with the aftermarket parts, right? Which that, if we could dive a little bit more into that, because that sounded really fascinating. They kind of like make guns play in a different way, just off one part alone.
Yeah, it
А
is.
сколько игра будет
Here we're
стоить на
seeing a little
наши?
bit of it where
Сколько
this is
будет игра в
our
гривнях стоить?
LMG that has a bullpup conversion to it.
есть
So
цена
they're
уже
full
чинейшая.
conversion kits that allow these
Вони
weapons to
вроде
really go
110 баксов
cross-class
коштуют. Ебать,
and to
это
change
что,
up.
хайнеры
They are
выходят.
meaningful,
Плитву
powerful
осуждаю.
changes.
That's a Renetti.
Пусть другие
That's a
люди
Renetti that
Я
is
из
actually
Украины.
turning
Федор,
into
я
an
теж из
SMG with
Украины.
this
Слава
conversion kit. It's like
Украине,
a 3D
героям
printed
слава.
part on there.
No secondary.
О, это этот, да?
No secondary. So
ВСП,
what you
ВСП,
do not,
Акимба.
like we have a
А,
gunner
это
vest
узик на
that
Акимба.
allows you to take
А,
a
это то, что я
primary as a
заметил,
secondary. You do not need to take that if you're swapping out your Renetti for that aftermarket part to make it into an SMG.
Так, а сегодня что будет КБЛС? Сегодня будет СИО, режим найти и уничтожить.
We love acronyms here,
Барак
guys.
дуже дякую за
So we have
відповідь.
2 amps that are coming to beta, I believe. But how you're going to unlock them at launch and beyond? You want to talk a little bit about those challenges?
Yeah, so in beta they unlock
my.
a little differently than they do at launch. So at launch they're actually we have a new system called weekly challenges. It is pretty much exactly as it sounds. There are challenges, a group of challenges that we
Интересно
release
будет, когда уже
weekly.
будет Warzone
Warzone
3?
it was like
Я имею в
5
виду
weeks
ПКшный.
Yeah.
Не слышно, когда анонсы будут? Героям
Thankfully,
слава.
it is every week. And then
Слава
the
нации.
reward for getting all of those challenges
Смерть
for that
ворогам.
week is an aftermarket part. So the first 3 weeks that the game is out, we have an aftermarket part reward for those, completing those challenges. You can then take that aftermarket part into the game and use that.
I think too,
Так,
again, it just
понятно, может, я
this
с
through
вами
line with
буду,
Modern
но
Warfare
это не
3,
точно.
this
Ну,
is player
Фокс, ты
choice,
знаешь,
it's
все
player freedom.
стандартно.
It's
Через
one,
телеграмчик
this
все
new way to
заходится,
customize the
кто
experience,
успел,
let
тот
the
и папа,
player
как
kind of
говорится.
choose the way
Кто захочет, с
to
тем
have
будем катать.
that, their own play style
Эх, я бы
reflected
залетел
in
в
the
бамбу, но нужно
using the
идти
amps. It's super exciting.
зубному зуб
It
выбить.
definitely is. As we're going to continue to take,
Куда?
just more of a look and enjoy, the game as players
Да, у меня
continue to
сейчас
run
дела. Да,
around
мы сейчас пока
and
смотрим
get into some more
презентацию. Мы только
shenanigans,
после
playing some
презентации пойдем
domination here
катать.
as well on a state. I've done
Сегодня
that many times.
стримчанский у нас до 10 вечера
So,
будет.
this is again,
По
it
киевскому
still
времени.
just baffles my
3
mind that
часа
I'm looking
ровно.
at,
Если,
these maps
ну, я думаю,
in
презентация где-то час будет.
2023, and I'm
И потом
so,
2
I'm just
часика с
excited to play
кайфом
them.
бамбу покатаем.
Yeah, and even the movement. I'm just excited to play them then as
А куда
I
ты
am
сейчас,
now,
фу,
like
лорди,
that
куда
is
ты
such a
в
wonderful
зубном
feeling
пойдешь?
to have.
Ночью, что ли?
And then also on top of that too, just to see the way that players can
Ночью, что ли,
interact with
пойдешь?
the ways you build your classes. I really do like what you guys did with the perk system and how you contextualized it and made it like a physical thing. Was that like a desire to kind of just make it a bit more grounded, or what was the I guess the design choice on that, rather than just going with pictures on a screen? You guys went for something quite bold.
Yeah, I mean, I think it really was a big part of the context for the players. It's not just a UI menu with choices, that were kind of ambiguous. It was a little bit, we wanted to make sure that you brought in your fighting load carrier, right? Your FLC was what we talked about, internally is this thing where every piece of gear that you brought in did something meaningful for your loadout selection. So perks was a big part of that, and we got a chance to look at the gear items, all inspired by real-world military tech and items, and we were able to really figure out what goes with what and what are the remixes we want to make, and we think we came up with a really good and interesting field of choices in our perks this year.
So I don't know if you guys can see it. We're taking a look around the room at the moment. We actually have a 2-story streaming tower. I'm going to call it a tower.
Pretty epic in here.
It's absolutely wild in here, and everyone is very focused on their play. It all of a sudden, oh hey, that's us. Oh hey guys. GG's.
Hello.
So we've got this big giant room filled with Modern Warfare 3, filled with awesome creators from all over the world, and as Ted Timmons would say, the vibes are good. We're going to hear Ted talk about vibes.
I do want to point out that screen
Так, а что, у
there,
ребят
that,
перекур,
the
что ли?
logo, the Modern Warfare, that's a screen.
Идет дальше всё.
And behind there are all the players that are behind that screen, which is So cool.
Да,
Even though there was a thing that you could do,
потому что тут
15 years in this
влезает.
industry, still continuously
Варнер,
be
здорово,
shocked
брат.
by new
А что за
technical
история?
development.
Я сижу, что там жду очередь, потом зубы пойду лечить.
Yeah, love it. Love to see it here.
Лордик,
We
а
get a
сколько
few
у
of
тебя
these
сейчас
games
времени?
wrapped up, but there's definitely the sense in the room of like, all right, Q next. Go next, GG, go next, GG, go next.
It's so fun to
Зубки
play.
лечишь,
Like,
ё-моё, это
every
что у
day
вас
I
за
come into
больничка
the
такая, что
office
до сих
and
пор
I just,
работает?
if
Ну, братик,
I boot up the game, get
желаю
into
тебе,
a
чтобы было
match
все
as
не
quickly as
больно и
possible,
быстро,
and start playing.
и безукоризненно, как говорится.
And it is just fun to watch them play as
И
well, because
возвращаясь
there's so
потом к
many
вам,
things that they're doing. Like
ты всё
earlier,
равно
we
не
were
забудь
watching a
там
circuit
полчаса
around the
кушать
State
как раз.
House. And
На
that
встречанке
movement
успеешь.
just looks so hot going through it. So
Yeah.
like being able to mantle, being able to, we have sprint when you're tack sprinting. We actually increase the mantle speed so it feels more fluid as
У
you're
меня
going across.
18:44.
And we're regenning your tack sprint as you're
Ага, у меня
sprinting as well.
19:44.
I also saw a couple
у меня
people pop off
19:44.
of Battle Rage. So Battle Rage is
And
back.
Battle Rage is back. It's actually moved into the tactical slot.
Yes.
So it is very
Так,
powerful. So if you take
19:44,
that,
это получается...
we have an awesome
этого
vest, the
канале
engineering
уже
vest
почти
that allows you to
45
take two
минут идет.
tacticals. As maybe we didn't touch on the vest.
Actually,
quite
yeah,
a
let's
bit.
talk
Yeah,
about
let's
the
talk
vest.
about some of
Так,
the
там
best.
еще
Yeah,
потом
so the
турит
vest
пальки. Я
is
понял,
a
Лордик.
really big piece of that.
Залетишь
Like,
по
it is our
возможности.
main core piece of gear.
Но все равно
Kim
тебе,
touched
как
on
говорится,
how we
не более и
contextualized everything.
скорейшего отхода
That
от
vest
наркоза.
is we're contextualizing what you're actually putting into the game. So it's going to dictate what you know
Ух ты
your
какой, ты
tacticals,
шалун,
what
ты
tactical
видел?
slots you have, how many you can take, how many lethals you can take, how many.
плюшечки.
Well, you get one boot and you get one one glove.
Мы
You
уже
can't
в
take
финале.
multiple gloves.
Лорд, красавчик.
But how many gear slots you can actually have? So with
Турик
your
на
the
бабосике
engineering
или
vest
так?
that I just mentioned, you're
Чисто
getting
интереса
two
ради и ради
tacticals that you can
престижа.
take
At the cost of your lethal.
at the cost of your lethal, and you also gain another gear slot.
Awesome.
And that gear slot is super important because that gear slot is where all of your intelligence perks lie. So those are things like what we used to call hardline or high alert sit in that slot, and now you can take both of them at the same time and really have that advantage.
Awesome.
Yeah,
And
well,
if there are 4 vests to choose from at the moment.
А видели, кстати, вот
I believe
перекрестник
beta
без
there are
верхней
4, yeah.
рисочки?
It's so in beta, there
Видите?
are 4. Expect to see those tomorrow. Infantry vests, engineer vests. Seen a lot of people running
На бабос,
infantry
на
vests today.
5К
In fact,
Decepticon.
right
О,
here
Лордик,
at the
это
moment, we just
хорошо.
got a peek at the loadout.
That is
that's
going to allow
true.
your attack sprint to regen faster.
Это приятненько.
It is
Лишними, как
the core,
говорится,
like if
не
you're
будут.
familiar with Call of Duty, I imagine most of our
Поздравляю,
people
вы
watching are.
красавчики.
That is your core loadout. So you have your, your normal 3 perks, and you get your tactical, lethal, primary, secondary.
Yep.
And what's cool about the vests is they actually have perks baked into them. So with the infantry vest baked in right away, you're getting that tac sprint refresh even faster, and also a little bit of an extended time there. And one of the things that we've done across the board is we've increased that tac sprint. And we've also allowed you to have much more faster ADS straight speeds as well in there.
Yeah, I do like how you guys have managed to take a lot of the vests and stuff and then make it also combined with other things or like really have everything kind of synergized together and have you create like the optimal build here. It's quite customized.
And it's really helped out a lot with how we balance the game in that sense, because now what we've done is we've
Кстати, пока вот идет в канале геймплей Modern Warfare 3, хотел бы вам сказать новость по поводу того, что
There are trade-offs,
Yeah.
very clear
по поводу
trade-offs. I
Warzone Mobile.
think what you're talking
Короче,
about,
как
selecting
только
the best, selecting the boots,
ну,
there's
скажут
going-
нам
it's gonna
дату
come at a
выхода этой
cost,
игрушечки,
and that's
ну,
where
уже
the
точно,
balance
поняли?
lies.
Yeah,
Ну, типа
and we
там,
love that
ну, что-то у
we
меня
are going
такая
into
в
these
голове
matches, you're
цифра, что он
making
выйдет
decisions.
до 3
You have to
ноября.
make
Вот я
those
не знаю
decisions
почему, но
before
у меня
you go
такая.
in.
Хотя
And
в истории
really,
пишется, что выход 1
have
ноября.
consequences if you're choosing
Смысл
wrong
такой.
and learn from
И
it
как
and go
я
back
хочу
and make
сделать?
new decisions.
Я
I
уже
can't change those in match,
предупредил
You
жену.
can change them.
I
Я
can't
уже
change
построил
them.
себе
That was
планы,
like the
короче.
consequences.
Он будет выход Warzone Mobile, и у меня будет два ряда стримов, два ряда
I
стримов,
always do.
который
They've been
будет
haunting
длиться,
me for
ну,
years
короче, с
now.
утра до вечера. Ну, образно, там, 10
Let's
с
talk. I
утра
haven't seen
до
anybody down yet.
6
I've
до
seen a
7
couple
вечера.
streaks
Вот,
pop off,
безвылазно,
but I'm
по часам я
wondering
буду
about
хуячить
kill
Warzone
streaks.
Mobile,
If
изучать
we have any
механики и так
personal
далее. И такие
favorites
будет
at the
стрима
desk
2,
here.
то есть 2
Well,
дня
for sure. I mean,
выходных.
the equipment
Я
selection we have in
специально
Modern
возьму
Warfare
на
3 is so
работе
much
в
fun. I
эти
think,
дни, чтобы
my
в момент
personal
выхода
favorite, we'll start with
Warzone
the Breacher
Mobile
drone.
я
This
по
is actually a
максимуму
lethal. It's
никся,
in your
по
lethal
максимуму
slot.
ворвался
So
в эту
it's
игрушку
basically a handheld
с
drone
самого
that you pull
старта.
out.
И
And
вместе
it's
с вами мы
slow
эту всю штуку
flying
уже
down the
изучили,
hallway. You can
сделали
clear dom points,
раскладку, сделали, изучили основные механики по возможности, естественно, покатали вместе, добавляли друзья, потом посоздавали какие-то билды, поизучали пушки, пощупали, поделали крутые топчики. Ну, короче, вы поняли. Поднастроили сенсу. Вот такие вот моменты будем с вами проворачивать, как только узнаем о дате. Я специально поставлю под это все, пожертвую своими двумя выходными, и с утра до вечера буду с вами катать Warzone Mobile безвылазно, там, не знаю, по 6, по 8 часов. С женой я уже договорился, предупредил, у меня выход новой игры, поэтому как бы она с удовольствием меня поддержала в этом направлении, пожелала удачи, чтобы у меня булочки, на которых я буду сидеть, не закаменели за этот период. Ну, естественно, там в плане стрима буду точно говорить потом, там может будут перерывчики по между 3, ну, там 3 часа прошло, это 10-15 минут перерывчика на кофе-брейк, и чтобы, как говорится, перезарядиться. Вот, поэтому ждем выхода, и будет 2 марафона, ну, 2 стрима марафона, где будет очень много часов ВЛАДОС ебашит. Так, ну, топ-3 нужно зайти, я думаю, Лордик зайдет. ВЛАДОС, ты заебешься, потом Владик. Не, вот эти вот 2 дня я твердо для себя решил, что я хочу именно провести Warzone Mobile. Потом, естественно, пару дней будет перерывчика, и как бы да. Просто надо врываться в этот поезд, я считаю, на первых порах, максимально первым, максимально показывать достойную игру, быстро осваивать и всех ебать, что в сетевой, что в КБшечке. Поэтому попробуем, по крайней мере, для меня это эксперимент, такого у меня еще не было. Он часиков 6-8 посидим, посмотрим, каково. Может, даже оно получается по часам больше. Ну вот, короче, буду там с перерывчиками небольшими делать, там, может, 20 минут. Но будем делать. Ну, чтобы похавать, там, поняли, с голоду, чтобы не, там, ну, не скопытиться. И хочется такой марафон замутить. Кстати, Владос, там турик паси будешь проходить? Буду проходить. Вот, буду проходить. Это чемпионат 2023, ты имеешь в виду вот это? Ну, по крайней мере, квалификацию отборочную нужно попытаться будет сделать. Будем проходить через режим найти и уничтожить, через режим бомбы. И мне нужно будет, ну вы поняли, мне нужно будет людишки для того, чтобы покататься. То есть 4 человечка нужно будет в команду. По человечкам я буду объявлять потом, кто там захочет, кто сможет, когда уже ближе к этому делу будем подходить. Есть у меня на примете ребятушки, которые мне нужны в команде, с которыми я уже катал, которые я знаю, на что способны, которыми у меня больше шансов это все пройти и, возможно, прорваться дальше. Поняли? Да. Может, мой аккаунт все-таки возьмешь, сразу все будет, там 1200 уровней, у меня почти 800 вроде. И плюс, думаю, к выходу будет и легендарка в инвентаре. Ну, кажется, Русик, понимаешь, сама суть и сама тенденция того, что хочется это все самому пройти, прочувствовать каждый моментик. Я просто люблю вот разбирать вот эти вот моменты, вот щепетильно, поняли, каждую там иконочку, каждую функцию, каждую настроечку, это все самостоятельно перепроверить, и свой аккаунт также хочу настроить себя, поэтому мне это интересно.
Because if we want enough time where players can get familiar with everything, they can understand what's happening within the game, and start to build those restrictions within the game, and you can find out more from, you know, Treyarch as we go through development.
As we get closer, we're going to be talking more about it, but excited to say that later in Season 1 we'll have
Я помню, там 2021, по-моему, мы играли, и там можно было выбирать, какую хочешь. Командный бой, найти, уничтожить, опорку и так далее, и катать в этом направлении, и что тебе больше нравится, там, и как бы выебывать. Так, нужно сразу команду набирать. Наберем, сейчас я зайду в игру, чекну и будем общаться по этому вопросу. По этому вопросу мы еще пообщаемся. Итак, PlayStation. Будьте здрасте. Алло, хорошо, это такое. Так, чекаем трейлерочек, как правило, он идет охуенный всегда. Так, посмотрю еще позже, но если не ошибаюсь, там он ли команды бой. Но я думаю, вряд ли, Лорик, я думаю, вряд ли. всегда было, что и командный бой, опорка, и превосходство, и найти уничтожить, все это можно было катать. Но если даже будет only командный бой, будем губашить, что. Выбор есть, выбора нет. Ух ты. Какой персик-то прикольный. Это за PlayStation дают, да? За подписочку какую-то или за что?
Announcing the PlayStation exclusive lockpick operator pack, including the fan-goated lockpick operator skin, the American Gothic blueprint, and the Starry Knife melee weapon blueprint. Lockpick is a cunning art feat with noble motivations and an exciting new operator to come to Modern Warfare 3. PlayStation players can get the lockpick operator by pre-ordering the Modern Warfare 3 on the PlayStation Store with the items playable at the game's launch on November 10th. I didn't know she was a PlayStation exclusive operator. This is my main in all the playtests. I auto-lock lockpick.
Кстати, предыдущие Call of Duty Next, не все стримеры хуячили.
I was like, Thomas Crown have fair, hello, it's me.
У меня был рекорд по онлайну, там 30 человек не было онлайна, прикиньте, да. А в этом раз, походу, все дали будут пиздец мясо, согласен.
Call of Duty Next. Brought to you by HyperX, the official peripheral partner of Call of Duty. We're all gamers. TCL. Play like a pro on the big screen with TCL Q-Class QLED TVs. Up to 98 inches.
А сейчас, походу, все рассредоточили.
The official timekeeper of Modern Warfare 3. Go to
mvmt.com/cod to see the limited edition watch collar.
Backbone. Level up your play with Backbone and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. And LoveSack. LoveSack Stealth Tech is a proud partner of Call of Duty Next, bringing unparalleled immersive surround sound to your at-home gaming experience.
Welcome back to Call of Duty Next here at the Creators Arena. Everyone's getting ready to hop into the brand new mode, Cutthroat. And this is going to be a unique one because it's 3v3v3 action. So you're going to have a little bit of a mosh pit there going on.
There's a lot of threes in it.
Там багато ради халявы двигается. Ну,
возможно.
Ну, короче, и раньше немного людей именно из стримеров стримили Call of Duty Next, и у меня прям онлайна было капец. А сейчас, походу, рассредоточились. Я знаю, Фигорочи крутит, я знаю, Лизард крутит. Аль-69 крутит. Ну, короче, много ребят.
That are there, and you get to play them in a new way. So in the past, like TDM, you're spawning at either side of the map. What Cutthroat is allowing us to do is put these triangular spawns in. So because they're three different teams, you now have 3 points.
Белобрысая на ухо поет песенки свои прекрасные.
Somewhere in there, geometry,
brother.
Simple maths.
Yeah.
And
so it allows you to experience these maps in a way that you've never experienced before, which is part of that modernization that we like to talk about in the maps. And it's a fun experience to have, super competitive, and it's one life to live mode. It's very fun.
You can regen your down teammates, though. If you see
so you got the revives.
Get downed, yeah, you can go over there and revive them. It's a fun little way to, come back after.
What led you guys to want to make this mode? What was the inspiration behind it?
It was gunfight in a lot of ways.
Gunfight, of course, is 2v2.
2v2 is gunfight. Yeah, and it's played on separate maps. It's played on different maps. And so what we wanted to do is be able to really focus on the 16 maps that we had at launch and be able to have a mode that is as exciting, as competitive, as gunfight in there, and really bring something new to the table, too. So our players can go out and have fun and enjoy a new experience with their squad.
Yeah, and you can take your loadout this time.
Давайте уже, ребятушки, покажите Warzone Mobile. Хватит пиздуться гонять и ссать нам в ушки всякую дичь. Warzone Mobile показывайте нам, давайте.
And it is sweaty.
It is a sweaty.
I am so excited to see these guys play it because they're awesome at the game anyway.
Поехали, Модерон Фейер
Dr. Lupo here. He is
вы поняли, что это же игра ебейшая. Warzone давай.
The objective,
Warzone Mobile
the capture point at the end is already there.
Хочется увидеть.
Oh, he's down. But you can't get downed but you, and picked up by your teammates. Now, what happens
Not anymore.
Not anymore. So now when you're eliminated, you're out. That's it. You got to wait for the next round.
The rounds are quick. They go really, really fast. We spent a lot of time making sure that you just weren't sitting there with dead air, essentially, watching your teammates have fun. And that flag there is now available, so they can go and capture that flag. Whoever, well, they got eliminated, but whoever gets that flag first just like Gunfight is going to do it.
Okay.
Хочется же додавиться
Between
до
rounds,
самого
so we
важного,
rotate where
что
that
мы
flag
сегодня
is. Because
собрались.
again, geometry, that triangle, right? We could put it in the center every time, but it gets a little difficult.
Yeah.
Так, эффект попадания, знаете, когда хитмаркет дергается, то
exactly.
прикольно реализован.
Again, you're experiencing these maps in brand new ways.
Ё-моё, что это за пальма? Я в шоку, бляха.
That guy's good.
Я думал, он это Тайкас хотел забить, ё-моё.
I was going to say something, but as a person who has none, I figured I would refrain from it.
No, I feel like if anything,
Они не хотели меня туда
it
пригласить,
looks
я
a
вам
lot like
одно постримил
the
бы с
operator
удовольствием
odds.
великим.
Modern Warfare 2, actually.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Back into Cutthroat again. I'm very
Возвращение Макарова,
interested in
ни
these
слова
smaller
по-русски, я в
game
кайфе.
modes because I think it just creates
Возвращение
opportunities for you to
Макарова, ни
have like
слова
those real
по-русски,
like
я в кайфе.
intense
It
interactive
is.
moments,
It's
right?
very intimate, and you get to, you get situations like this where you're trying to figure out like how to use your.
Кстати,
you
видели
pop
котлы? Я
smoke
себе,
here,
кстати, такие котлы бы
and really
хотел
just
бы
understand
заиметь с
because there's
этим
this tension
спрайсом.
that's building around like when is this flag
Красно-черный,
gonna pop?
ебать, едино.
When do I want to go in? When does I want to have my team rush in?
Is that what you do? You
I
would
believe
throw
that's
smoke? You'd throw a smoke right here, Greg?
No, there's no reason to throw smoke right here because you gotta wait for the flag to come up.
Oh, there's the
Ух ты, дрон прикольно, да, запускается?
You might want the.
А это дрон камикадзе, типа?
I love this guy's strat. It's a good strat.
Бля, овертайм
Yeah, we have
какая-то
the
шляпа. Видите,
EMD
овертайм?
grenade, which
Это
would be great in this
некрасиво
situation
сделано.
because you just throw it
Не
out,
находите?
pop it, and then if you get another player on the team, that they're going to show up constantly on your mini map for your entire team.
So to me, the EMD grenade a little bit like a snapshot, but it actually is going to stick to the
Такая
enemy
довольно
player.
реалистичная, да,
That
отдача,
player
если
will then
заметили,
get a
смотри.
prompt. You might be able to tear it off, I believe.
Yeah, you just pull it right out.
But it'll track
Бля,
you
этот
around the
прицел,
map
кстати,
and
вот
like
очень
have
некрасивый.
way more visibility on the enemy squad
Так,
there.
флешбеки
EMD
зомби-режима и Black
very
Ops,
Very overpowered if you hit them.
Галдвара.
Yeah,
Не
yeah.
понимаю, о чем ты.
I
Играл бы
haven't
что-то
seen
в это,
actually
я
the thermo,
бы
the
тебя, наверное,
thermobaric
поддержал в этом
grenade,
направлении.
because I
Но
actually do like that one
No,
because it's
увы.
kind of like a you know, a Molotov, but like on steroids. So it just like does a big boom, and then also has area denial as well.
Yeah, it has area denial and
что,
it
тачку можно сесть было?
bounces, so it will not detonate on
Видели,
impact.
типа,
So you can
ручка
throw it around
появилась,
corners,
открыть
you can
дверь.
throw it under cars.
Get that frag
Или то можно
effect.
было схватить гранату и кинуть ее обратно.
You know, it adds a little bit of additional damage to explosives after the fact. So even if you survive the
Это можно
initial
было
blast of
схватить
that one,
гранату, кинуть
right, it could
обратно,
get
или
taken
мне
out pretty
показалось,
easily
что это за рука
afterwards.
была?
Lupo just hit a clutch headshot. He is now he
Что
picked
это
up his
за
teammate, and we're
появилась
swapping over
за
to Favela.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I love this map.
Бля, это ФВЛ опять
Who's your
вонючий, даже не
favorite,
здесь есть.
Out of
Блядь,
these
мы
five we're playing
когда-нибудь
today,
избавимся
I
от
have
этих
to go
ФВЛ,
with
это
Favela.
просто
I know there
ужаснейшая
are a bunch of
карта. Как
high-rise
я ее, сука,
stands.
не могу терпеть.
Amongst us, yeah.
I too am a favela stand.
But
so don't worry.
I'm just looking at it. This is beautiful.
Greg, you're the tiebreaker here.
Режим,
You
как
got
бы
2 for high red
Black
and 1
Ops
for
They're all
и
my
старый
babies.
чистый колды.
Okay,
Да-да-да, я видел там скин
That's no favorite children
Волста с
here.
Favela
типа
is
морда
quite awesome
разорванная,
with,
как у
with
зомбака,
all of the
блядь, кайфово
movement, with
было.
everything that's happening.
Він грає на шок назад, що ё-моё, а що, а була така механіка раніше, Лусик?
They're all
Була
unique
така
in their own
механіка
way.
раніше?
You know what? I'm switching my vote to a state just to.
Okay.
Well, you're gonna be alone.
Look at that, you split the vote.
Просто
How
это
could you?
крута механіка.
How could I? I
Прикиньте,
know.
I think I
таймер
love Favela
нажал
because
гранату,
remember that
кинул на
play I was
фонарик, можно
talking
и
about
обратно
doing
за
with like
шиворот
the
закинуть,
capture
это
bot
пизда
and the mosquito drone that was on
Просто
Favela.
лютый.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's why it's got a special place in my
I
heart.
Фавела,
like the little
британский
second
флешбэк.
floor store that I
Согласен.
believe you guys have opened a window
Забавная-
up that
забавная
wasn't
тема.
necessarily there
Да
before.
мне,
So
блядь,
you kind
галимый
of see down
флешбэк
the hill.
с
Yeah,
добавлением
you know,
этой
and
карты.
I am trash.
Сука, как у меня
Windows.
пукан горел, когда
Well,
там,
no,
блядь,
I'm sorry, I might have
типы,
misspoken.
которые на крышах сидят.
I thought it just was
Просто
more
жесть.
open than it was previously.
Oh, yeah, it's possible we allowed you to mantle out of it.
Yep.
There you go.
Ah, okay.
Oh my.
There's a lot of those things that are in the like metrics wise, like
Yeah.
the metrics have changed in a lot of sense, like how large our doors are.
Yeah.
We actually have the doors in here. I know not everybody's thrilled with that, but it is a fun mechanic to have.
Yeah.
It adds a lot,
Тоже
especially
есть
within
механика.
Cutthroat, because now you're peaking those.
Подожди,
You're able
Русик.
to use them for your
Какая есть
advantage in there.
механика? То есть, когда
We
тебе
feel that they add a lot
кинули
to the
хаешку
gameplay.
пин
And I bring
ноги,
the window up only because
Ты
to your
можешь и
point
взять и
earlier,
кинуть
it's those small
обратно,
touches
блядь,
that
теперь
you guys
услышу.
have really brought to these maps that make them feel unique and
Так, на
different
этой
in
карте
modern,
можно спокойно по
for
фану
the type
играть
of gameplay we're
правильно
gonna
в
see here in
прятки.
Modern Warfare 3.
Да-да-да.
Well, while we have
Есть
a
специальный
moment
перк,
and
нам
we're
еще
looking at Cutthroat, let's talk about
скидает
some of the other
таймер.
modes as well. Ground War is one that I want to talk about. We touched on it a little bit earlier on. I want to dive back into it again because it's back in Modern Warfare 3. You got large-scale maps that are going to be coming at launch, and you know, I guess Kim, like, give us a rundown on Ground War because I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, I mean, we're so happy that Ground War is coming back in Modern Warfare 3.
Кидают еще новости.
Again, this is our big
Одни новости
32v32
попадают
mode. It's the biggest battle that we
в
have
группы
in the
варзоновские,
multiplayer
поняли?
experience. and we will be showcasing 3 new ground war maps at launch, with 2 of them being playable in the open beta.
Okay.
Так, дата релиза будет объявлена во время трансляции.
Yeah, right, so in the beta we have Popov Power and Orlov Military Base.
Вы поняли?
Yeah, but these are three,
парни, вот тот контроллер, который показали,
We also have a few new vehicles, so during the
вот
open
тот
beta
контроллер, который показали, что я типа назвал триггерами, типа такого плана, поняли? Это официальный контроллер. Вот Activision, я так понимаю.
A bit earlier, but War Mode is returning. In addition to Ground War, the favorite from Call of Duty World War II will be coming back.
Прикиньте, это официальный контроллер, который, блядь,
Modern Warfare 3.
будет наверняка работать хорошо. Так, Русик пишет, прикинь, блядь, моя жизнь станет прежней, серьезно? Когда откроется осада Нешки, попробуешь по фану сгонять в колде? Мобильная, я думаю, вряд ли. Но с большой вероятностью вряд ли. Я так не люблю эту, блядь, нежить, это просто, ну, она мне ни в каком виде не зашла. Не в том, когда нужно было ставить вышки. Не в том виде, когда нужно было бегать, отбиваться от наплывов зомби. Ну, блядь, вот не лежит мне жрать зомби. Это скучная херня, как по мне. Не хочу никого видеть, особенно фанатов зомби-режима.
And also, there was a really cool tank on screen that was just causing utter mayhem, so that's what we care about.
It is that attack defense scenario where you are escorting that down the path, and it is a very linear combat. You have very clear lines of sight, clear battle lines.
Сделать распаковку и покататься. Чисто вы поняли?
66, 5v5, what's the...
It is 66.
Контент.
Yeah, so it is classic war mode, if we all remember what classic war mode is, but it is linear objectives. There's 3 sets of them, and it is a fantastic experience that we're excited for players to get their hands on.
Lots to look forward to.
Ain't that the truth? Very, there's just so many options, which is the thing that really sticks to me. Like, if you don't want to jump in with your friends and just, you know, play regular matchmaking, you could do war mode, you could do ground war. Was that, you know, it feels like that was the mission of the studio here, to like really give players that ability to just like make the decision, go with your friends, play what you want.
And like I mentioned about, you know, some of the new maps coming in live season, we have a bunch of new modes planned for live season as well that we're looking forward to sharing very soon.
Cool.
All right, well, I'm all for it. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us here today to share Modern Warfare 3 with the world. And that is going to wrap it up for the MW3 multiplayer segment of the show. Once again, a big thank you to Adam Greggis for joining us here. But now we're going to head over to one of my favorite people. It's Maven, who's got a couple of streamers that he's going to be putting in the hot and ready seat presented by Little Caesars. Trust me, it's as hilarious as it sounds. Maven, who you got?
Thank you. You know, when I thought about being hot and ready, the first thing that came to mind was my guy Legion. Hey, I'm really proud to be the other ball guy.
А что это за разогнутый парень?
It looks beautiful. Listen, the first thing you said to me is how fun this is, and you're like, I'm feeling like I'm 18 again, out frying.
Listen, I'm cranking out energy drink burps right now. I'm 30, I'm feeling 18. I just smoked Biffle. Where's he at? I don't know where he's at. Guy's incredible. I smoked him with a shotgun. I'm feeling alert right now, Maven.
I can tell the second you sat down, like, my guy is locked. What have you loved the most so far about just getting in, diving in MW3?
Brother, all the fun stuff is really fun. The shotguns, the new tacks, the new lethals, bro. I'm just out here doing anything to just make everybody angry. It's just angry as possible. I'm zooming.
Well, was it a bit of a surprise at first? Like, when you got in, like, how much fun you were having? Like, does it kind of defy expectations?
Listen, I was 16 when Modern Warfare 2 came out, so all these maps that we are playing in Modern Warfare 3 right now, throwing back, bro, it's just like you picked it right back up again, and I'm bodying. I don't know, it's so fun.
You're a talented and very handsome guy. Now let's talk about the chair. This is the hot and ready seat presented by Little Caesars. We were a little bit worried about what this was going to be able to handle, especially if I tried to sit on your lap. But this is the hot seat, dude. You like yourself some pizza.
Listen, I was a little worried that the cardboard capacity I'd be a little overweight, but I'm feeling really good right now, and I feel like you and I together in this hot seat together, it's just too much hotness. This is too much interaction. If our bald heads connect one more time, the venue light shut down.
Speaking
of that, we gotta get out of here. Let's get this over to Chef Legion. Thank you so much, buddy.
Серьезно? Мы про це не знали.
Oh, there's just always comedy with two bald guys in the mix. But I'll shift here with the one and only Shotzi. I gotta start with the fun question first. I mean, just enjoyment level. How are you enjoying the game to this point?
This
game is amazing, man. I have nothing but good things to say about this game. I love the movement. Everything about it's got like.
All right, you set me up for like the perfect segue.
Have you found ways to finesse the movement system yet? Because I know going into the beta, that's probably your main goal, is to find ways to just completely over-embellish the movement system. How are you feeling so far about how this game moves?
А что это за профессионал?
Smoothly than any other COD I've played. I feel like it has a mix of like fast and a little bit of a slower slide cancel, but yeah, I love it. It's very, very fast.
Have you broken anything yet?
I'm not broken anything, but I will say that there's like these sneakers that allow you to like slide any ADS. And I feel like that's meta right now.
All right, so make sure you check out the stream for that, because that's going to be all the hacks and clues for that. Now, getting into the competitiveness, I mean, last year, lots of conversations about skill gap. Where is it going to be? Do you feel like movement is going to be one of the main focus points for those trying to take their game to the more competitive level, or where do you think that the competitive skill gap is going to be for this game?
So yeah, definitely movement. I feel like slide canceling obviously is going to be very OP, and then I feel like the aim assist in this game is actually very not as sticky as other games. I feel like mid and far range, it's actually not as sticky. So that's definitely interesting.
Fair enough, Shotzi. Thanks so much, my man. Of course, you can check him out on his stream. And, well, with that, we're going to go back up to Miles and Lottie to give us their thoughts on what they just saw with multiplayer before we come back with the team from Treyarch to give us our first look at game footage and details for Modern Warfare Zombies. But first, a quick word from our sponsor.
Держите себя в руках.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by Little Caesars, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next and Modern Warfare 3. NVIDIA GeForce. Level up your Modern Warfare 3 PC experience with performance multiplying DLSS 3 and latency reducing reflex. Herman Miller Embody gaming chairs are being used at today's event. Check out Herman Miller Gaming's entire portfolio of products.
Кто уважает данный спонсор, вам накидайте баклажанов в чат, чтобы мы, блядь, вы понимали, что вы хоть знаете, кто это. Кроме NVIDIA, нихуя не знаю больше.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Call of Duty Next. My name is Miles Ross. I'm joined here in the fireside chat. I've got one Praga, we've got OVP, we've got Nameless, and we have Alley Cat on the corner there. We are going to be, I suppose reacting is one way to put it now, but like, this is one of the hardest jobs I've ever had to work in my life. I've never been this excited about COD. Like, Legion hit the nail on the head. I'm 18 again, 34 in skin, but 18 in gunny. Lottie, first impressions, lay it on, Miguel.
Да, что это за гравипушка, видите, блядь, в этом стоит на столе. Что это за аппаратура? Что это за миксер? Ну, это, по-моему, с этого, да, с зомби-режима. Зомби-режима, по-моему, вот эта пушечка. Только я не помню, что она делает, но я помню, что она, по-моему, была подобная, что-то было в зомби-режиме. Но если память не изменяет.
What type of player, first of all, I'll be, but especially our two MP experts over here, Nameless, Ali. I mean, you guys not only talk about multiplayer for a living, but you guys play it day in, day out, so many hours grinding. Nameless, what are you making of it so far?
I mean, you know me, I've been playing Call of Duty since way back in the day, 06 back to COD 2, and for me, what this feels like is you're getting the classic maps, you're getting the best things that we all fell in love with Call of Duty about, but you're also getting the best of the innovations of recent Call of Duties as well. So it's just been spectacular seeing. We played Hardpoint on Skid Row yesterday. Who could say that in 2023? It's been amazing, Ali.
No, it really has. I think it's interesting that you brought up like the play style, because I feel like in events like this especially, like I was bringing up Warzone players, like their style of play is a little bit different from like what we see on a day-to-day basis, and even just normal content creators, they're going for snipes and stuff, and High is obviously a perfect place for that. So I think the fact that the movement feels so smooth, and to see everybody, there's something for everyone, right? So, I mean, it's been a great day so far.
So far, so good. We have a little bit more time than we thought, guys. We can delve a little deeper here. I think one of the coolest things, and the desk touched upon it a little bit, we got to experience yesterday when we played. We're making the most meaningful decisions, I think, ever in COD when it comes to our loadouts now and our perks. So, what vest I'm wearing, I ran the Demolition vest. It means I think I lose one of my tacticals, but I gain like 2 lethals, which turns me into a killing machine, quite frankly. The Breacher drone, a lot of fun. Way too much fun, actually.
Сколько примерно будет длиться утро презентация? Вардер, души не знаю. Души не знаю, поэтому не готов тебе ответить на этот вопрос.
I shot my own drone down
Ну, в
accidentally. I was
том году, не
pre-aiming
знаю,
something in
час
cover.
или
They were perfect
полтора,
chest high
что
cover.
было?
I let the drone fly out,
В
and it
этом году
follows
они
a
уже
direct path. It doesn't have
что-то...
the craziest range. It is fast enough. But I was pre-aiming that spot, and then when the guy, the red dot appeared, I fired away. I shot down my own Breacher drone. But it's just one of many fun new items that you have to play with here. And again, meaningful choices, like from top to bottom. What shoes am I wearing? What kind of gloves am I wearing in this loadout? How do I want to play? Am I stationary? I might have the strafe speed shoes on.
Что там показывают? Как пикать надо, ё-моё.
We heard shots
Пап
talk
говорит,
about the
как
tax
пикать надо
stance
слева
and how
вправо,
he's
вот так
sliding
вот,
around the map.
раз-раз.
And this is something we cannot stress this enough, friends. You're going to be schmoovin' in this game like you may have never moved before in COD.
It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm so excited. I want to hear what you think as well as the fact that you can turn a pistol basically into an SMG. You don't need a perk. You don't need to have that on. You can literally do that yourself.
Для будущего Warzone Mobile, который будет зарелизен в данный момент, ну, который будет официальный релиз, либо же Warzone Mobile, который сейчас уже можно поиграть. Если который сейчас, то ВПН Швеции, чтобы была Швеция.
It's already insane. I saw a tweet from Scump on the timeline, a 10-piece with the Renetti, so we turn it into an SMG. I mean, it's going to be crazy. The world's your oyster.
It's going to be absolutely incredible. Ali, I've got to ask you, what are you most excited about? You play so much, but jumping into game, what type of player do you think you see yourself becoming with Modern Warfare 3 now?
I just got to order some new controllers to get used to breaking my thumbsticks all over again. And honestly, that's something that is really close to the CDL heart, the competitive style is getting into the slide canceling and the ADSing like Chelsea was touching on. But also, I just want to talk about the fact of like, I was 9 years old when a lot of these maps were a thing, you know? And like, yeah,
не знаю, как сколько она нервов, чтобы потом за ВПН в вкладках
like those are core memories for me, but I never really got to load in. And so like now as a 23-year-old getting to load into these maps and kind of like have the nostalgia of, oh, I kind of recognize this, like I kind of know this map, but like not knowing every nook and cranny just yet, and like so it's still kind of new to me, but it's also nostalgic at the same time.
And to Ali's point, like think about running around favela and being able to mantle as fast as you can in this game. Some of the different boots that you mentioned, we were messing around with that slide yesterday. It goes for a while, and you can aim in virtually instantly and cancel it as well. So there's so many different things that people are going to get into this game and figure out. It's going to play a bit different than obviously back in the day with MW2, but a lot better. It feels super smooth.
And that's the most important thing we've been touching upon and people have been asking us about. How does it feel? How does it feel?
Oh,
it feels really good. It's very, very smooth. To your point, sliding shoes on, I'm hitting tack stance faster than ever, I'm sliding with full ADS. You can hit snipes, guys. Have you ever imagined hitting a fully zoomed in snipe while sliding? Well, MW3 is the game for you. Yeah, and we've got a lot of cool stuff. All the one-times optics, so anything red dot, a lot of the hollows. None of these things really add anything to ADS speed anymore. So the game itself in general has sped up tremendously. We were messing around with tack stance yesterday as well. I mean, sort of the canter that rotates your weapon. I'm running a big ×8 scope, right? And I can't ADS in, but if I want to hit that more CQB situations, I'm keeping maximum spatial awareness, I've got my situational awareness, my screen's up, I'm able to use a weapon with a big scope in close range, whether it's an LMG, whether it's a sniper. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it's still really nice to have choices as a player. We've got so many options here. So much fun.
Yeah, I think that's the key word, right? The buzzword, I think, coming off the back of what we saw on the desk is the choices that you can make. And I think balance is such an important thing. I think in any
Или можно 1000 баксов на донатик закинуть, было бы очень классно. Был бы безудержно благодарен вам за данный мув.
If you do want to risk and reward, you're coming in with potentially like silent footsteps, you're running ghosts, you're making sure that you're the type of player you want to be.
И что, нормально работал, Лордик?
Нормально работал или нет? So important, I think, in all Call of Duty titles.
100%. I mean, footsteps are silent if you want them to be. That is a massive W. I was running around yesterday and I saw red dots on the mini-map. My footsteps were silent. I was sneaking up on people. I was just having a blast. I mean, we're talking about 12 years ago when these maps came out. They look even better now. So I can't wait to get my hands on that beta, which is coming out soon.
Very, very soon. Well, it's exciting to be reminiscing and reminiscing for very, very good reason. As we talked about earlier, we are celebrating Call of Duty's 20th anniversary, which is an amazing milestone. And with a great milestone comes an opportunity for great rewards. To celebrate 20 years of Call of Duty history, players can receive daily login rewards between October 6th to October 16th for every single daily login per day, up to 7 in total. You'll receive these rewards, which you're seeing on screen, including an old school price operator skin. That takes me back. These rewards all will carry forward in MW3 as well, so grab them now and take them into the next title. For more details, head over to the Call of Duty blog. Nameless. Your earliest memory of COD, was it like waiting in line at midnight trying to get something? What was it for you, man?
I mean, yeah, first off, I will say we didn't have cool swag like this in these digital packs. I mean, this is that was before that time, but I mean, just playing split screen was the best like old memories I have with my friends and screen looking, trying to figure out where they were on Call of Duty 2. And now it's 2023, and we got everything, and you can still screen watch. It's right there; they're right next to each other.
Next level.
We might be some players doing that here.
No way. Incredible memories that have been had on Call of Duty. Ali, what is your earliest memory?
Well, I know I talked about playing with my dad, but I think one of the more core memories, which I can't wait to break down the new and exciting stuff in that game mode coming later, has to be with zombies. When I was in middle school, I'd go over to my friend Anastasia's house, and we'd go in her basement, we'd turn off all the lights, and then we'd load up split-screen zombies on her big TV on the couch, and just all night on her Xbox just sitting there playing zombies on town, survival, you know, going as far as we could, training them around the lava pit in the center. So that's definitely like a core memory for me.
I love to hear that. We're going to be sharing lots more stories on these couches, I am sure, as we get through the rest of today. But we also wanted to remind everyone again that early access to the multiplayer beta kicks off tomorrow for PlayStation players and next week for Xbox and PC players. You saw a ton of great multiplayer content today. Play that and more over the next week. Check out the Call of Duty blog for more details. I personally can't wait to see everybody get in the mix.
Well, don't worry, in addition to open beta early access, all those PlayStation players out there, be sure to pre-order on PlayStation Store to get an exclusive look at the lockpick operator pack at MW3's
вот этой вот шляпы бета-тестов, неинтересного дерьма. Я люблю глобальные релизы. Понятно, что прямо если...
I mean, there's so much to break down here. All of the team were going through every single detail, but Ali, what did you make of it?
She's freaking cool.
Любопытство у тебя превышает прям все твои границы. Ты прям хочешь посмотреть, что там Warzone Mobile происходит в сырой версии. То да, но я, например, могу потерпеть, и я хочу уже там в глобальном релизе зайти спокойненько, с нормальным интернетом, хапнуть дозу позитивных эмоций, покатать с кайфом в марафонных стримах, которые будут длиться over дохуя часов. Именно с кайфом покатать. Я думаю, так и будет. Папать, боевой пропуск купить. Ну, короче, вы поняли, да, вот эти все моменты. Хочется все прочувствовать. Раскладочку сделать кайфовенькую. Все это сделать на нарезочках. Ну, блядь.
From our friends at Treyarch,
here
is a look at Modern Warfare Zombies.
Вот и зомби-мод. Вот и зомби-мод. Короче, чекаем, что нам покажет в зомби-моде. Кровище, все как надо. КамАЗики. Здрасте.
Dynamic and evolving. There are other friendly assets on the ground.
Прикольный, кстати, пулемет в руках был у толстячка, да? Ты Мухтара его юма. Modern Warfare, зомби, блядь, бой. Не, ну на трейлерочке, конечно, это все красивенько смотрится. На мостах вот эти все. Опа. Можно пепси? Спасибо, полетели дальше. Хорош. Так, ребятушки, перекур, пепси попьем. ЗРГ, бенч. Фу, смачный кадр был. О, обезьянка с мухтарами. Ё-моё, какие страшные эти самые. Вау, какой мопед, блядь. Призрачного гонщика. А вот и пушечка-то, которая стояла перед ними, согласна? Джаггернаут нормально будет ебать с пулика. Очень крепко будет. Modern Warfare 3. Зомби-режим. Новембер, 10 ноября. Вот он, а вот и Ghost. Вот и Ghost. Сука, кайфовый, просто жесть. Вот этого хочется перса себе.
You just got a sneak peek at the end of that trailer of the Soul Harvester weapon blueprint. More on that in just a bit. But now, let's welcome some very special guests from Treyarch, because you got Kevin Drew as well as Miles Leslie. Kevin is the Associate Director of Design, and Miles is the Associate Creative Director.
Kevin,
welcome to the both of y'all, and it is so exciting to talk about some zombies.
Fired up.
To be here. Yes. It looks awesome in here. We just swapped over to a little undead purple in the back.
When I think of the undead, I think of the
ambiance.
Yeah, I mean, there's something about purple and zombies that just, it really does something for me. But guys, earlier this week, we held an event at Treyarch. We were able to bring a couple of different groups of creators who are here today at Call of Duty Next into Treyarch. First time you guys have had folks in the studio in a long time. It was super exciting. We want to talk a little bit about the event and some of the awesome reactions we got to see in the room from these guys.
It was a great experience bringing in those people. You know, zombies is traditionally something that is a mode based on exploration, discovery, but we felt like there's so much new here. We really wanted to get a group in there and play it, get hands-on, get impressions, get feedback, and we just had a really great time playing with them.
You got to see a couple of the reactions in the room there. They got to see some footage, they got some playtime. You guys answered about some questions.
The playtest was absolutely fantastic. There were so many awesome moments. It just felt right getting them into play.
Well, I was going to ask, like, as, you know, having been in the lab, making this for so long, right, and then getting people to see it. In what you guys said before, I remember you guys mentioning that it's not a thing you do often, bringing people into the studio. So that must have been a very, like, almost revealing experience for you guys, right?
It felt very good getting outside people besides us playing it.
Yeah. Wait a minute, this game is good.
This is super fun.
We were right. We did it. Guys, one of the most popular questions I noticed, you know, ripe amongst the crowd of creators that was there. Easter eggs. We know them, we love them, we want them in zombies. What, if anything, can you tell us? Give us a little taste.
I mean,
a little morsel.
Something. We can't give them all.
I mean, what should we expect?
So if you were paying attention to that trailer you just saw for the first time, maybe at the end, if you go back and scrub it, you might see something that you'll see that's kind of big. Now, I don't want to give it all away. There's a lot to discover in this open world zombies.
Oh yeah, and I think that is going to lead perfectly to my question, which is, with so much that needs to be unpacked here, I guess, you know, what I'm curious about is, like, what are the key things that you want the community to know about this iteration of zombies? The differences potentially from, you know, the previous game till this one, because you guys are having some fun with it out there.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a mode based on experimentation, and we're really doing that here. This is taking our gameplay, our classic zombies gameplay and mechanics, and putting them on the big map and all of the experiences that offers with vehicles and the vast space and the higher player count. And then on top of that, putting it in the modern warfare era where you have their equipment, the operators, and it just feels so badass, you know?
And it's in this massive open world co-op experience. So that's something that feels exciting, it feels different. Kind of what led you guys to design, you know, Modern Warfare Zombies the way that you did in this big new way?
So we just saw an opportunity with the big map to have the biggest PvE experience we've ever had with the franchise. So we had pure PvE.
Yes, pure PvE, no PvP.
You're safe here. And there's, you know, we usually have 4 players.
You know, it is eating zombies at the end of the day. Yeah. But then you mentioned like the way that the game is played, the open world, but how do the players like interact with one another in that world? Because, and also, like, you know, I like running solo from time to time. Is that also something that's possible as well?
Absolutely. So it's 24 players total. You can go in solo, you can go in with your squad. But what's awesome is that you're all on the same team trying to do the same thing. So when you're out in the world, you'll run into other squads or other players. You can make a decision in that moment to, like, combine and form a super squad.
Oh, so you can form a super team. Like in-game form a super team.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Я же не такой лютый фанат, чисто разочек бы катанул в компьютерную вариацию, чтобы, как говорится, было понимание и сравнение картинки в голове.
If you want a challenge, you can go in solo, but it is a lot of fun to grab some friends, form those super squads.
Yeah.
And again, the map is massive.
Warner пишет, стримит и шорты делать. Ну не по ночам.
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. So a couple weeks ago, we saw the very first look at Modern Warfare Zombies in the cinematic that we released, which really sets the stage for the narrative of Modern Warfare Zombies in that you see Soap, you see Laswell, and more importantly, we saw someone who I didn't think we were going to see again.
That's right.
Miles, can you take us through through what's going on.
What's going on here?
What's going on?
100%. Yeah, 100%. So, you know, that opportunity that Kevin talked about is there's a few questions when people saw that cinematic, and if you hadn't, go and watch it. It's awesome. Hold on a second. Where are we in time and place? We are between Modern Warfare 19 and MW22, the year 2021, and that's really important to the story because in true Treyarch Zombies fashion, we are always jumping eras, jumping moments, and really touching different timelines in interesting ways. I can't go into all of it, but there's a reason for that. Now, the next question which you're hinting to is, why is Akayev alive? I saw him die, but did you really?
I saw him get shot. I saw him fall down a missile silo.
You saw him fall, there was blood, but in true sort of story fashion, if there's no body, he's not dead. Now, Task Force 141 went back to that silo. There was water at the bottom. It had been drained, lots of blood. Zakayev was gone. Now, officially declared deceased, but then whispers emerge that he's still alive. And now, of course, in true sort of villain fashion, he starts to hear whispers himself as he's recovering from falling down that silo, which he did. That hurts a little bit, is about this new thing called Ethereum. And he wants to get it. And that really sets the stage. All of that, by the way, is day one, getting in the door like you saw in the cinematic, which is, that's the start of the story. And players are going to experience this story just in really interesting ways.
So it's a flashback, it's canon, we've got worlds colliding with Cold War, with Modern Warfare. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But the story really progresses in a new and interesting way. Let's take a look at how these come to life in the intro mission.
Yes.
Oh my. Опа, полетели дальше. Что это такое? Что это? Что это?
Your objective is a roof-mounted comms tower. Mark the location on TAC map. Once tower is active, use decryption key from Jansen's tablet to establish comms.
А эта пушка у них в руках не холгер случайно? Не холгер, только на обычном магазе. Так, что-то у меня чатик падает постоянно. Он самый. Понял, принял. Так тамушка тут чуть-чуть другая, да? С Холгером уже 300 лет не катался.
So what you just saw there was just a little snippet of that story mission intro, and what's really exciting again about this opportunity across the open world is, like Kevin was saying, we want to bring that story to the forefront. These story missions have handlers from the Modern Warfare world, from the Black Ops world, Cold War world, that you might see some new friends along the way as well, and they're going to help you on this story and these missions that take you across the big map. Lots of different activities and cool things to do, awesome cinematics and well, and again, the whole point of this is that if you're new to being a Zombies player, we want you to experience that story. We want you to get into it. But if you're seasoned and you just want to jump in and kill some zombies, you can free roam and do that and then jump to the story later. We really have embraced that open world sort of feeling across this, and that's really the exciting thing is
прям целый круг. Я теперь не могу взгляд этого убрать.
Modern Warfare 3 is about options.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
прям
becoming more and
такой,
more
как яблоко
prevalent periods of hearing you guys talk about this like throughout the day. Super awesome and great to see that like the player choice is very prevalent, right?
Такое ощущение, что не хотят висеть через это яблоко.
Zombies has been a mode that's been in the game for such a long time.
Warzone вышел из чата. Я сам уже сейчас скоро выйду из себя, пока
to Call of Duty and its incredible legacy. But there are still players that are going to be new to this, that are coming into this with a fresh set of eyes for the first time ever. What's in store for them? Because, you know, this could be a little jarring, right? There's a lot of stuff going on over here.
Absolutely. So zombies can be pretty intimidating, and we know that there might be a lot of players who might only play Modern Warfare, or DMZ, or Warzone. So we've built this mode to make sure that they can have success and have fun, and also support our veteran audience. So
and on a brand new
map, and we'll talk about that more later.
Not later.
But here for this mode, we've broken it down into 3 tiers of difficulty. So you're going to infill on the outer edges, and this is kind of like lower level difficulty. And new players can really hang out here for the duration of a match and have a great time. But our advanced players are going to want to try to get into that center of that map as soon as possible. That's where Zateo threw that vial and started this entire incursion.
What an honor.
He yeeted the vial. Now we have a hot zone.
Yep.
And now we have to pay for it. All right. Well, then let's look at the flip side of that one, though, right? Because we talked about the new players, how we get those folks into the game and have them playing something outside of their comfort zone, so to speak. But one thing that we know is that there are core Zombies fans that love this experience, live and breathe it. So what do you have for them?
Yeah, absolutely. When you talk about that fusion, and like Kevin said, the experimentation was, well, how do you bring all those core zombie Treyarch features into this new world? And we've done just that. You can see we've got the mystery box, we've got wall buys, we've got the Pack-a-Punch, the Pat Machine. All of these things are spread out across this ginormous map. And as you go in, it's up to you. Where do you want to buy them? How do you want to accumulate your arsenal and your loadout? How do you want to tackle this world? But those zombies features are super key to making this feel fresh and really an evolution of that sort of open world feel as you get more powerful. And again, it's fused with the Modern Warfare DMZ feeling as well as buy stations as well, using the score streaks.
Features that you recognize if from experiences in other modes.
100%, which you may not have had in other zombies. So that's where we've married them together in interesting ways. But
it's awesome.
The most important core feature, of course.
It's a sweet new feature, folks.
What?
Is our cereal.
Cereal.
You can't find this in the map. I wish you could. It's actually delicious, though.
Yeah, it's here Call of Duty Next. It has some awesome features. It's got a light,
it's outrageous.
I may or may not have taken a box of
I've stolen this.
I mean, a crate. I'm not talking about a single box. I'm talking about a single crate. What came off the truck, you know?
Wow. And shout out to Off-Limits Cereal for making this with the box for Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. And it's a woman-owned business, which is awesome.
And a clang, clang, bang.
Yeah. So I would be remiss to not hit on one of the really core features for our Zombies players, and that's the Wonder Weapon, guys.
Yes.
I need to know.
Yeah. So of course we have a Wonder Weapon, and it has been custom made again for this open world experience. It is the Scorcher.
Oh my word!
I'm gonna let you just look at it for a second.
That first raise.
Yes, it's absolutely amazing. So the Scorcher again is built for demolishing the highest density of zombies you've ever seen. Oh yes, the Horde. Absolutely. And then on top of that, it's got an alt fire that launches you into the air, so you can use it to engage. If you want to jump into a Horde, if you want to get away from the horde of zombies, if you want to jump on a building or over a building, like it's really
like rocket jump.
Yeah, absolutely. It's once you get into like basically the flow state of using it and it's in your arsenal. There's no chef's kiss, Wonder Weapon, Scorcher. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.
Part of what makes zombies so special, especially with this new open world field, is the replayability. Is this? It's not a one and done game mode. So how is Modern Warfare 3 Zombies gonna push that forward and take the next step in terms of what keeps players coming back for more every time?
Yeah, so this is a really kind of replayable mode. It's an extraction exfil mode, right? So you're trying to get deeper and deeper into the map, and at first you're not going to be that successful. You're going to have to play a lot over and over, gain mastery, try to take things out, make sure you successfully exfil so you can come back in the next time hit the ground running with the right stuff.
Yeah. And when you talked to me, we mentioned it before, we saw Zakaya beat the vial in the cinematic. That has created the incursion zone, that super hot area. We saw a little bit of attack now. Can you talk to me about how the storm will play into the map, what that vial did, and what the gameplay repercussions are going to be for the player there?
Yeah, so this thing is in the map, and it's the source that's spreading the dark aether. So it will always be there in the map. It's going to dictate this time limit. at 45 minutes, it's going to start growing and completely consuming the map, and that's where you need to get out.
Yeah.
A lot of zombies.
And it gets really
Единственное, что если она выйдет в октябре, у нее не получится сделать марафонный стрим.
Yeah, 1 hour session.
По крайней мере, в момент выхода. Потому что у меня уже график поставлен на целый месяц. А если выйдет в ноябре, там можно что-то придумать. По крайней мере, я именно держу пальцы, чтобы она вышла в ноябре и, в принципе, вышла.
And it will make the zombies harder.
Yeah.
And that's part of the challenge and fun is, are we going into the storm to cleanse it?
Yeah.
Are we avoiding it?
What are we going to find in there?
Are we getting the hell out of Dodge?
What's the exfil plan?
What are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
Is really where you get into a lot of fun.
And really, too, when you think about that heat map for zombies, part of that is going to be gearing up. You said you're spending, a lot of players will be spending a lot of time on the outer edges of the map or in the yellow.
Yeah.
Gearing up, getting that loot, collecting the right things that we need to have a successful infill. But one of the most exciting things about that is how weapons will carry over from match to match.
Yeah, so if you're familiar with DMZ, we have contraband weapons, so everything you're finding in the match you can take out and bring it with you. We
Item persistence.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have insurance slots, but we've really taken that to the next level with all the zombies upgrades. So, in the past you've had to do all that just in game, you lose it. Now, all of those things have been formed into a consumable version called acquisition. So things like Pack-a-Punch, weaponry, ammo mods, wonder weapons. All of those things you can find in the match, and you can decide to use them then, or you can take them out and just start the next match, load up, Pack-a-Punch, drink 4 perks immediately, and now you're good to go. Like, you're going all the way into the high threat.
Straight into the red zone, juiced up on perks, right?
Yeah.
Quite a difference, right? But what was the, I guess, like, inspiration? Was it just, hey, let's just try something creative, different, fun. Do what zombies has always done and push the bar.
Yeah, it's just like introducing this different kind of pressure with the time limit, but then now giving players this additional ability to bring things in is huge.
Yeah, it's part of that. How do you use new players and seasons players, right? It kind of relates to rounds. If you're familiar from that, is like when you get into the higher zones and you have more of that arsenal, that's where those seasons are going to feel. They're going to feel it and they're going to want that challenge. Well, you know what? There's a big challenge there, so you better be loaded up on a bunch of stuff coming in to really succeed.
All right, we're getting into the lightning round here. Finally, Miles, I asked you before. You said that zombies is all about discovery, and it is. We know those secrets, those Easter eggs are out there lurking in the world. But of all the secrets, again, I'm going to pressure you.
Keep going back to the well here, Steph.
What can you tell us? What should we be looking out for?
I can't get into all of the secrets. I want to, but the team would kill me. There's a lot in there. But
we want people to find them.
We do want them to find them, but we have, again, taken advantage of this map. There's a lot there on day one for Discover. We love watching the community find these things. That is part of the fun. So we don't want to spoil any of it, but there's a lot in there, and we're already planning some fun stuff to come later as well.
Well, look,
more coming.
You're not getting it out of us.
Well, you know what? Steph might be trying to dig deep. I will never do that, ever in a million years. But what can you guys tell me about the monsters? What do you tell us about all the monsters that we have coming up here? Because there seems like there's some wild ones that are going to be available for players to fight against.
We have a full gamut. It starts with just our zombies. We have more zombies than we've ever seen before in one space. They completely fill up this map. Anywhere you go, there's going to be danger. But then we have all of our other awesome enemies. So Hellhound, our Mimic, who can disguise himself as a cache in the map, so you have to be careful. The Disciple, he buffs.
That was me this morning.
Just waking up.
Zombies, life draining the Mangler with his cannon and ranged attacks. So just all sorts of threats. But the Mega Abomination, he's about 3 times bigger than we last saw.
Yeah, because he needed to be bigger.
He's now grown some crawlers under his stomach.
Oh, fun.
The dingle dangles.
He can't fit in buildings anymore. He's so big, so he needs those guys to go inside.
But this is when you talk about like that opportunity of open world is, okay, you think you're going to be safe, I'm going to run inside. No, absolutely not. The Abomination will send in these little creatures, and they will try to explode and flush you out. So really, it's, do you want to die by the lasers outside, or do you want to die by these zombie explosions? Again, it's up to you.
Your choice.
It's your choice.
Choose your own adventure.
That's right.
But perhaps more terrifying than monsters even for the first time. There are humans and zombies as well.
The real enemies all along.
So this enemy PMC group is in the world.
That's another, again, important to the story when you go back to Sakayev and this Terminus Outcomes PMC group. They're his muscle that he's hired. They found that Ethereum. They want more in true sort of bad guy fashion. And they are across the map. So for the first time, you're going to be able to, if you want, fight these AI. There's gameplay loop tied to them where there's a progression on that side. And you can run into them. You can avoid them if you want. If you just want to chill out and shoot zombies all day, that's great. You want to mix it, that's cool. Or the coolest thing is to take a horde of zombies, and Kevin loves to say it's like a hornet's nest, which it is you shoot a few, you get a big horde of them.
They're upset.
And you basically train them right into the human
AI. Oh, that's cool. Okay.
And it's basically the zombies are third-partying.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is awesome. So we're 100% team zombies, and you just kind of sneak by as they're causing all the carnage, so you can loot, get what you need, and get out. But it's really just, I can't express the moment when you unleash your own zombie horde on the human AI. It's really satisfying.
Awesome. I can't wait. Well, you guys saw it after the Zombies trailer earlier, but in a couple of minutes, Lottie's going to give you all the details on the Soul Harvester weapon blueprint. Stay tuned. That thing is absolutely absurd. It's 100% something that you're going to want to see in Zombies Day 1. But I have some other news. We got a little taste of that big map that you guys keep talking about. I am excited to announce that the big map you saw here teased in Modern Warfare Zombies was actually your very first look at the brand new map coming to Warzone. We're deep diving into Battle Royale coming next.
Oh boy, it's going to be awesome stuff. Firstly, Kevin Miles, I want to thank you guys so much for your time. Your passion is infectious. Your love for this is truly inspirational, and I'm excited to try it.
I wish we could stay and talk about it. Yes.
I think we could
draw your self-portrait.
Well,
Kevin drew some lovely Zombies artwork today.
I think we could talk about this all day.
It's
going to be awesome. I'm sure everyone's so excited to jump into Zombies, and thank you guys so much for sharing that love for this. And that, of course, wraps up our Modern Warfare Zombies portion of this show here. But next up, it's Warzone with live Warzone gameplay. And new map details are going to be coming your way. But first, a quick word from our sponsors.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by HyperX, the official peripheral partner of Call of Duty. We're all gamers. TCL, play like a pro on the big screen with TCL Q-Class QLED TVs, up to 98 inches. Movement, the official timekeeper of Modern Warfare 3. Go to nvmt.com/COD to see the limited edition watch collab. Backbone, level up your play with Backbone and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. And Lovesack. Lovesack Stealth Tech is a proud partner of Call of Duty Next, bringing unparalleled immersive surround sound to your at-home gaming experience.
Эти самые тренировочки, либо геймпады, да, так сказать, для Warzone Mobile прям охуенно. Теперь эта четверка будет обсуждать зомби-режим. Элвис, Мерлин Монро, Джаб Калиб и молодая Круэлла сейчас будут просто катать вату 3,5 часа по поводу зомби-режима.
Guys, Zombies, let's get into it. The ray gun on desk right now obviously is very, very appropriate. It looks sick. It looks fun. I mean, I cannot wait, frankly.
I think the big thing is that it's almost like a gateway for others who have never played Zombies before. It's Warzone type of style. You have also Ether, waves of Ether coming in that make your life a lot harder. With Zombies wasn't hard enough.
Я тоже знаю, как я буду Варнера мимо осады Нежити проходить. Просто заходить в игру и не заходить туда. Вот так. А как ты будешь это делать? 5000 year later.
Our good buddy Sim is already tweeting about it, saying
Так, Давид Ворников, всем хай, здорово, Давид, как дела? О, Светлана, всем привет, здорово, Света, как дела? Как настроение, как жизнь молодая? Давид, как дела, тоже рассказывай. Братва немножечко начинает подтягиваться, это великолепно. А, сейчас еще одну штучку сделаю, пока вы тут, я сейчас быстренько, потому что мы потом... У меня норм, о, Давид, я очень рад.
they talk about the 3 different levels. Like, how serious are we talking about the jump between those levels? You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited to jump in.
Well, what I found like really interesting was the way that you can exfil with weapons, bring them back later on, right? Because like we can have strategies like you can get all the perks, I'll get a crazy weapon, Ali gets another crazy weapon, and then we come back in and instantly go to the hot zone. So zombies looks amazing, man. And those monsters were terrifying. We heard the devs so passionate talking about how insane the zombies are going to be in this game, and that's what I get most excited about. I just want to see that whole horde come towards me. I want to have that crazy scorcher, light them all up, and get to the action right away. But they have those layers for everybody. If you're good at zombies, you can just stand on the outside, loot up, and take your time. So a bunch of different elements to this year's zombies, and I'm super excited.
Certainly are tons of elements to be excited for, and we're also so excited to announce the Soul Harvester Tracer weapon blueprint for the Modern Warfare 3
Реально Круэлла приперлась. Молодушка. Круэлла молодушка. Здорочек всем, Крыльчик, здорово, как дела, брат? 300 лет тебя не видал, как вообще, как работка, как здоровье, как настроение, как вообще жизнь твоя? Я надеюсь, беззаботная. Все сразу видите Светлану и Давида, и Хрычика, всех рады. Братва, не забывайте по-братски лайкосики прожимать, вы как раз вовремя. Я думаю, что через 1,5 года мы уже дойдем до Warzone Mobile, поэтому я надеюсь. А вот, кстати, видите, Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare и ВСЕМ. А где ВСЕМ? ВСЕМ. Welcome to the Владик Telegram Buddy. Совершенно в дырочку. Если что, ссылочка на Telegram в закрепленном сообщении, поэтому го по ссылочке на мой тележник. Залетайте туда, если что, делайте ветер, как говорится, ВЛАДОСА. Так, Хрычик пишет, жизнь нормальная, сегодня на работе, завтра выходной, скоро работа закончится и поеду домой. А что, она ненадолго, Хрычик, по поводу работы? Временочка или что? Я думаю, так надолго будет. Но я надеюсь, что немножечко капусты подрубишь и на жизнь хватит. Ссылочка на Телеграм в закрепе. Совершенно в дырочку. Байрак говорит то, что надо. Так, аккуратно, французик тут что-то. Песа Плума.
Peso Pluma, thank you very much.
Thank you ever so much. I mean, pretty cool actually, isn't it? I love how many people are so interested, obviously, in Modern Warfare 3. I mean, who wouldn't be?
And with the tease of something to come.
А чего так мало людей смотрят?
Well, I'll tell you what, right now,
в данный момент мою трансляцию, Светлана. Если ты промоешь эту трансляцию, я думаю, что мало смотрят с тем, связано с тем, то, что много стримеров сегодня Call of Duty Next именно стримят, именно презентажку. Я думаю, все просто немножечко рассеялись. Я же говорил уже, и Фигара Ченнел делает Call of Duty Next, и Лиза, и Альф 69, то, что я так на поверхности заметил. Поэтому там хватайся. Взяли все за Call of Duty Next и немножечко рассеялись. Я думаю, сейчас вот это вот по канале рассеется, но типа мы посмотрим Warzone Mobile, и потом мы залетим, когда будем катать на Team Уничтожить, людей подприбавится. Я работаю до 22:00, но приезжаю раньше. Я услышал тебя, Хрычик. Я, кстати, завтра очень хорошо желаю, как говорится, отдохнуть. Все ебошут колду и просто ебошут рукой между ног. Типа душат гуся, типа натирают якорь и так далее.
Hashtag TCL COD sweepstakes. Each challenge completed by our streamers during the TCL Power Hour, a winner will be randomly selected from all eligible entries received for a total of up to 9 winners, folks. We'll be keeping you guys updated on completed challenges as we see them come in, but we also do ask that you help us out as well. So take a screenshot of a challenge being completed and tweet them to hashtag CODNext and hashtag TCL COD sweepstakes.
Well, with that, very, very excited. But with that, our time has come.
Ребятушки, ну что, может вы уже напизделись, может хватит уже, блядь, вату катать. Давайте Warzone Mobile по-братски. За это самое. Запокажите, пожалуйста. Опять же, спонсоры, сука, дойди швырнуть. Ё-моё, блядь, Лебединский Алоха, блядь, залетел с стандартного, как говорится, шага вперед, 228 десептиконов на базе. Лебединский, братик, спасибо от души, спасибо от души. Пока тут идет по канале, я быстренько твой донатик прочитаю.
products at hermanmiller.com/gaming and Elgato, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next.
Как говорится, это самое.
Welcome back, everyone, to Call of Duty Next, and it's now time to talk about something I know all of you people at home are excited to talk about. It's Warzone, and what we should all expect in the next chapter as we go into Modern Warfare, to Modern Warfare 3. At the desk, we're now joined by Ted Timmons. He's the Senior Creative Director at Raven Software. Ted, it is a pleasure to have you here, my friend. How you feeling, man?
This is something else. I can't wait to show you what Raven's doing.
250 players, you know, it's kind of big.
It's something, yeah.
Лебедянчик, привет. Светлана тебе, как говорится, отмаячила, что тоже тебя приветствует. Шаха, держу в курсе бронированный. Блядь, а кто это еще? Кто? Кто ты, воин? Какого хера ты пришел, блядь? А, не, Warzone, да? Все, вопросов нет. Warzone, ебало закрыл, все, смотрим. Ребятушки, Warzone на этом.
A bit earlier. There's a new map coming to Warzone later this year. I'm happy to say.
Ну как бы да, да, и здесь
tell us where we're headed.
Welcome to Urzikstan.
Да, и здесь. Что это за сволочи показывает? Мы пытаемся смотреть Warzone Mobile.
This is it. We've been waiting.
Так, а что это такое?
Hinting all day long, a little bit for the last week. It's of course got 11 unique EOIs here.
All seamlessly integrated. Brand new map, full of wonderful nostalgia that we'll dive into as well when we play.
And you mentioned this is where
где мой донатик? Я тоже закинул, но ничего нету. Короче, не может быть. Братик, сейчас 2 секунды.
Urzikstan will of course be familiar
yes.
to many Modern Warfare players as a central location from the campaign, of course, where Farah is from.
Yes. This is my personal favorite point of interest, Zaravan City.
Okay.
You've got the huge construction sender. If you look carefully, you might see a zip line or two, which we'll talk about.
Yeah,
you say.
I saw that, and that definitely caught my eye. But any opportunity to also be in more lush environments with that industrial spin, I kind of like the Sorkin industrial as well.
This is on the northern
side.
Вот
он, Хрычик закинул 228 десептиконов. Хе-хе, теперь... Так, теперь Лебедян, ты не такой один. Заланчик, Владос, Гачи, Босс. Ё-моё, Хрычик просто не на ту ссылочку кинул, поэтому на этом не показалось на чатике. Там нужно на Stream Element ссылочку нажимать, тогда будет на экранчике показано. Но в любом случае, братья, спасибо от души. 228 десептиконов от души. Спасибо большое, родной. Спасибо за поддержку безукоризненную. Заработал бабосик, как говорится, сразу Владосику все сделал. Спасибо большое.
We've got this beautiful ruined architecture, sort of a bit of those touches across the map here.
Что-то Джиганов многовато трансляции, согласен.
My personal favorite, I love the military base. Way back in Verdansk, you can find me at the military base, and so these bunkers speak to me.
О, Хрычик, какая умничка, целую жопой. Спасибо, братики, вообще. За вашу поддержку просто огромный вам респект и огромное спасибо за то, что вы, блядь, делаете вот такой вклад. Вы топовый, что я могу сказать. Рот ваш целованный, что я могу сказать. А что, стрим не кончился, разрабом?
But it was genuinely one of our focus points.
Не, еще не кончился.
How can we make a more dense
Мы смотрим Warzone. Только я не понимаю, это же не Warzone Mobile, да, показывают? Или Warzone Mobile?
There's always some way like you can go and kind of call home.
Ты что мне так радуешься, Камис? Что мне не радоваться?
I think what's really interesting is you and I have talked. Warzone has been here for a number of years
просто не грузили, может, интернет хреновый, смотрю, стрим 240. Хрычик, возможно. Но в любом случае, братик, спасибо от души, даже с такими мучениями, с таким интернетом, порадовал Владосика и прям эликсирчик на душу. Лебединский, Хрычик, спасибо вам от души, парни, за поддержку. Я просто одинок. Заебали пиздец, да уже давайте показывайте. Я просто не понять, это показывает Warzone Mobile или какую просто Warzone?
When we think about new maps, it has to have a newness at the very same time. So they're dropping in. This is it.
They're dropping in. This is the very first time you are seeing live gameplay from Urzikstan.
And who better than Dr. Lupo to take a look at, because he's, you know, he's going to pop a few heads from across the map too. So
это шо, блядь, такое?
They're warming up, but I've seen him crush with Shotty to an MP, so I have faith.
Ворон белый воин. Да,
this
да,
is
хочу,
actually
чтобы
quite exciting to check out here, especially
Сюда, пожалуйста,
that, you know, we got ourselves a little bit of a fight happening here. So I think Lupo does manage to get the better, and just again, it feels so fluid. I think one of the points that is really sticking to me here is also just on that movement front as well, right?
Yeah,
it's very important to us. Yeah.
Yeah, and so tell us, Ted, Warzone shares the same foundations of Modern Warfare 3. Raven worked really closely with Sledgehammer to make sure all of those gameplay features that we covered in multiplayer earlier today are aligned with Battle Royale.
Пожалуйста, фидбэк, что, блядь, происходит? Какой Warzone? Warzone, который закрыли, показывают сейчас, или что это такое? Или это компьютерный Warzone, или какой-то Warzone, блядь? Алло. Бля, братва, я что-то не догоняю. Нахуй нам показывают Warzone, когда есть Warzone 2, первый Warzone закрытый. Или основой Warzone будет?
Going to be getting that here, but to see that, I guess would the word be parody? I guess I'm thinking of just basically seeing how continuity is a way better word.
It's with synergy across all.
Так, собрались как-то модеры ВЛАДОСа, согласен. У меня передник лежит в кошельке, ты в моем кошельке купался. А так просто, чтобы мне побежали очень мило.
That also be pretty awesome for you as well, having been involved in Warzone for so long and the amount of love and passion you have for it. To see, like, hey, when players load into the game, like the experience is going to be the same. So try it out. Right? The water's warm.
Что это, сука, происходит на экране у меня? Какого хуя тут делает Warzone? Просто Warzone, типа а-ля Warzone 1. Вернули, решили вернуть Warzone? Типа обосрались Warzone 2, решили, что открыли Warzone первый рано, и решили вернуть Warzone. Что, блядь, происходит? Почему Херу стал активировать больного рака? Ну неудобно же. Да, блядь, побежали, ну, сука, сами догадайтесь, что я имел в виду. Да мы, лебедян, догадались, конечно. А, новая карта для Warzone 2, ебать, понял. А что не написали, что это Warzone 2? Просто жесть.
I said I'd talk about it more in Battle Royale because I think this is something we're going to see a lot of today. This is a new kill streak. Can you tell us a little bit more about how it's going to play out?
Yeah, it's a, I mean, I don't want to
Это, блядь, сейчас будет 3 часа в канале по поводу Warzone 2.
Just maybe if he put it down, that could have been the area of denial that he actually needed
не
to win
Warzone 2, а
that
новая
encounter.
карта
So it's very much about if you're being pushed or if you want to defend an area.
Так, ладно, Владос, поеду работать, потому что еще может... А, потом может еще быть залечу, если не смогу, то удачи всем и хорошего вечера. Короче, братик, тебе удачно поработать, берись, братан. Всего тебе самого лучшего, еще раз спасибо за поддержку, братик. Топовый, спасибо, берись.
I think it's normal AR.
Хватит пиздец.
But what's interesting
Хватит
about the
пиздец,
Gulag is we've gone
удачи,
back to this
Хрыч, удачи,
three-lane
Хрыч.
experience.
Лордик, я надеюсь,
This is
ты
the
не
brand new
рассказал сейчас.
Gulag, simplified, it's 3 lanes.
Good luck, Хрыч.
But it's got a little treat in the middle there that we didn't see. We might see it later. Can you tell us what we can expect?
So with this group of players, they are
Надо, кстати, будет чекнуть потом рекрента по поводу новой по поводу новой карты. Что он там будет рассказывать по поводу этого всего мракобесия, как говорится.
But this time around, it's an ascender, and a rope drops down from above, and you can ascend and get out.
So it's kind of like, you know, I'm a big pro wrestling guy, so it's kind of like escaping Hell in a Cell or something like that, right?
That may have been some of the inspiration.
Okay, I'm all about that, baby. That makes me very, very, very happy. But as we continue to see these players just like run around, we're actually, they're being hunted currently, so we got a bounty up right now.
Yeah. So what I love about the bounty that we've
Кстати, зона неплохая, не находите? Вообще карта неплохая такая. И опенфилда хватает, и зданий хватает, но типа можно повоевать неплохо здесь будет. Но что-то мне такое впечатление, что карта прям ребятам зайдет. И, возможно, они перестанут, хоть чуть-чуть перестанут поливать и обсекать Warzone Mobile, что он параша. Но карта, как мне, кажется, что прикольно. Хоть я не катал ни Верданск, ни Хуямск, но все равно. Что-то кажется неплохо. На консольке, да, хуячит?
I don't know why they love it, because it effectively marks the highest killed player in the game, but it's great for content. It's got a great reward with the advanced UAV, so yeah, really
we want to be recognized for our hard work in game.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I'm never going to get marked, so I'm
Так, я только проснулся, осознал, что я должен сдать 4 лапы по теории алгоритмов, но я не сдал ни одной. Еба. Старый, ну удачи тебе в этом направлении.
Super powerful, great for the end game. Yeah.
Actually, now as the game continues to play out here, and our competitors kind of get the lay of the land, I find it to be really refreshing for these players that, you know, they were just toiling around in Modern Warfare 2 maps, you know, old Modern Warfare 2 maps, but now they're going into something fresh and new. Was that like an objective for you guys with this map, to make it feel just fresh, to make it feel like you're jumping into this with a new pair of eyes?
So whenever we think about a map, you
Что говорит режиссер порнофильма, когда увольняется? Ну теперь ебитесь как хотите.
So hopefully a little bit later on we'll see some of the gameplay that we kind of hinted at. I saw the team beforehand hinted at the drivable train. Haven't yet seen if a team landed on that.
А тут, короче, да, в Warzone must-have, да, бросок левой рукой. Я, кстати, как-то попробовал наши галдежки любимые, мне как-то не зашло. Может, чисто ради привычки, возможно, но как-то не особо зашло.
Features that have been introduced into this that I'm also looking forward to, because traversal, the big thing in BRs, you got to be able to rotate effectively. If not, you're gonna get wiped out to the circle.
Seeing one right here, actually. I see a zip line off in the distance. We're gonna get a better look at this. This is the crane we were talking about earlier.
Трансляции в данный момент. У меня будет
for the first time, in addition to going up.
С вами потом разговорчик по поводу чемпионата. Хочется поучаствовать, хочется пройти отборочку. Кто готов будет со мной покатать, я расскажу по желанию по ребятам, которые хотели победить в своей команде, как говорится, в первых рядах. Кто сможет, чтобы пройти чемпионат мира. А потом, там уже если ребята те откажутся, которым я предложу, то кто может захочет, кому уже будет команда, можно вас создать в канале и пройти чемпионат.
You could duel like an old British horse.
You can do like 10 paces, turn around, zip, and then just go and try and see if you can take each other out.
Знаешь, как будут звать ребенка медика и мента, медикамент?
Sort of between the higher buildings, we're going to have them across the water. I think in terms of getting across this map. Can you tell us anything about this map in terms of size, sort of what
Так, не насрать, у меня нет команды, я смогу. Все, Лебединский. Ты как раз был в тех рядах, которого я хотел позвать. Короче, по поводу команды. Давайте пока тут идет по канале с Warzone, которая нам пока... Мы посмотрели, карта неплохая, но пока особо неинтересно. Мы все-таки ждем Warzone Mobile. По поводу команды на чемпионат. Я хочу видеть в своей команде и с ребятами покататься такими, как Лебединский, такие как Лорд, Эдуард и Хрыч. Если пацаны, по возможности, естественно, смогут ворваться в свою команду, я был бы очень рад. Именно по сетевой игре, именно будем катать режим «Найти уничтожить». Если вы согласны, то мы, наверное, парочку стримов сделаем такими именно тренировкой своего рода. Мы покатаем чисто в «Найти уничтожить», потренируемся и потом попытаемся повырваться в чем. Ну и как бы пройти отборочные, если повезет, то и на второй этап попадем, и там поиграем. Короче, такого плана.
And Old Town and Low Town, of course, are on that
Что долбит
central
похотливый дятел, сука.
And here's the train.
Да. Но если я выживу, если меня... Но если я выживу, если меня кинут, я вообще тебе отдамся. Ты мне, Лебединский, написал данное заключение? Что общего между владельцами птичника и ейским казино? Разводят голубей. Сильнейшее. Это что такое? Это что такое показывает?
Is you're in the driver's carriage, you're driving, happy days, you know, you're the conductor.
Осталось остальную братву подтянуть, ну типа Хрычика, Лордика и Эдика. Ребят, вы ничего не имеете против, просто мы с этими ребятами чаще всего катаем шоу-КП, найти уничтожить, типа мы чуть друг друга слышим, понимаем и как бы дополняем, поэтому...
Great playtest where I was on the train with a few others, and the train stopped.
Не, я просто...
And we were like, hang on, we're here.
Да, вот тебе. Не, я по поводу того, что если я выжил, я понял, после своего еще что значит, если меня кинут. Что значит, если меня кинут?
You're literally doing a head count.
Ты про девчулю или про другую команду?
We're seeing some super fluid movement here. We just saw them kind of parachute from building to building. They're on the move. I think they're getting to a buy station up here. maybe pick up some gear.
Ладно, потом
And
почитаем.
Ted, which POI is this?
They're just above Zaravan City, sort of in the old town, lower old town area. Again, I love the style and the theme. Like,
Так что ты немножечко обрисуй ситуацию. Или ты имел в виду другую команду, которая тебя кинет, или ты девушку имел в виду, которая тебя кинет. Ну, короче. Что ты имел в виду? Просто если реально, если мы соберем, нормально сыграемся с вами, ну, мы и так уже, в принципе, сыгрались, нам нужно только немножко потрениться, и на серьезных щах повырваться, может, у нас что-то получится, там, до какого-то этапа дойти. Хотя бы первый пролететь. И будем кататься чисто долбить, найти, уничтожить, учить карты, учить тактики быстро. Ну, по крайней мере, сыгрываться будем.
I love it. I'm so excited. And Ted, you always say, you know,
Как
they're the
называется, когда
storytellers.
два профессора срут рядом, заседание кафедры, ё-моё. Бывшая как МТС, все ходящие бесплатно. А трансляция будет по прохождению этого чемпионата мира, конечно. Свет будет, конечно, это все будет на прямом эфире. Будем долбить, сколько там игр нам дается. Вот, и будем долбить, подберем такой денечек, чтобы запустить трансляцию тоже там несколько часов. Чтобы за один раз все пройти. А когда она? Я сегодня зайду в колду, чтобы все точно чекнуть. Я просто уже 300 лет не заходил в колду, точнее в колду заходил, но по другим делам. Я на чемпионат мира внимания не обращал. Мы зайдем сейчас после трансляции вот этой вот в канале и все посмотрим по-любому. Вот. Да. И тогда мы решим уже, когда мы сможем покататься, нужно еще дать одобрение других ребят. Других ребят до Эдика, Мы все посмотрим, и там, если что, там будет релизка, тебе задание по возможности. В Дискорде будет ребятушек собрать. Ну, я имею в виду Крытчика, Лордика и этого. Там безумца погонять и договориться. Ну, короче, что решим уже, ближе потом к делу. Я думаю, будет довольно-таки интересно.
In fact, we got some video.
Here we go.
This is the OG Gulag. This is what we're going to be playing most of the time.
Обновленный Гулаг, что ли?
But Ted, for the first time, there
Неужели
might be
тут
some
добавят Гулаг 2 на 2
other
катать?
Yes, so maybe right on cue we'll see the night vision Gulag.
Ночной режим Гулага, еба.
So this is something
За
that can
стрельбой от
happen
плеча, как
from
это
time to
неплохо
time.
смотрится, согласен.
It's a chance of it happening. And we have several of
Гулаг в
these, and
ночном
I
режиме.
almost don't want to
Это
spoil
было
too
такое или,
much.
блядь, не первый раз?
Like the Kashwa,
Yeah, we want to wait to see.
but like, and here's the Ascender that we've already mentioned. That if you can get on it and you
Вот,
can
по
get out, you can
поводу,
be
так
shot
что
on the
по
way up,
поводу
you can be
этого
shot
чемпионата я тебе
from
скажу.
below.
You can also
И когда мы будем трансляцию эту мутить, я тоже скажу.
Make a play.
That's cool.
We've
Okay.
seen some really interesting play tests of. I remember one of our designers shared a clip. Where
Мы там
the other
разминочку
player had
поделаем и
jumped
так
on the Ascender, they also got on underneath,
Возможно, мы там
shot them on
несколько
the way
этапов
up,
будем проходить.
eliminated them,
Посмотрим по
and then
поводу
made it
трансляции.
themselves.
Я...
Like a little Matrix moment there.
Главное,
You know?
чтобы
Again,
братулечки все одобрили всю эту канальную тему, и мы пошли.
And we'll wait to see, you know, if we get some
Так,
of those
умер
other
Гулливер или
other
Липута
gulags
тихо
that we're talking
сказали,
about. But it's
ебать
ultimately
копать.
you bringing
Ебать копать, согласен.
you know, implementation of the public event.
Кстати, чеки,
into the
все
gulag
бумики,
mechanic.
все
We're showing
хорошие
them off
достойные
here
катки
today.
чемпионата
May not be like
мира
that
будут
at
тоже
launch
там
because we're still obviously in
вырезаны
Warzone
и
alpha
залиты в
build,
виде
but
видосиков на
we've
канал,
got
поэтому,
some exciting stuff
ну вы
planned.
поняли, вся эта тема. Ну, кстати, если даже что, ну, даже если что-то такое будет, ну там не получится у некоторых, можно будет и вдвоем там по хотя бы первый этап проходить и так далее, а потом уже сколотим команду, если ворвемся во второй этап. И с рандомами можно будет покататься. Ну, короче, вы поняли. Короче, решим по этому поводу. Как мы это все дело будем проходить и что мы будем делать. Сегодня как раз обновился рейтинг. Мы сегодня, если успеем покатать, это будет довольно-таки интересно. Там будет немножечко поднапряженная. Разрывчик будет. Если мы, конечно, с этой всей хуйней успеем, потому что я вообще смотрю, что мы можем не успеем покатать и хотя бы успеть трансляцию досмотреть. Трансляция уже, чтобы вы понимали, вот этой вот штуки идет. Сколько она уже идет? 2 часа 10 минут. 2 часа 10 минут, и до сих пор ни конца ни края нет, нет Warzone Mobile. Все, сука, наконец. Все, сука, наконец. Это просто...
Oh,
Я
we've
просто
got a
думал,
lot of
что она не будет проходить 3 часа презентации.
No, they were both getting off of it. That was smart. That was smart.
Yeah,
Она
Noisy
идет 3
Butters
часа.
was like, guys, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, not worth it. Oh man, that is going to be
Бля,
a
к сожалению,
sweaty
наверное, не
drop.
получится с ней успеть покатать.
Seconds away from pulling
Потому что сейчас они как раз пока Warzone Mobile покажут, оно, блядь, и хоть бы успеть вот этот презентацию
pretty soon here, we're gonna have probably a winner of our first match. So hopefully we get the news. Yeah, we're jumping around between streams today, and hope you guys are obviously checking out your favorite creator streams.
Лорд, ты хочешь с нами пойти проходить турнир? Я, Лебедян, и ты, может, Хрычик и Эдуард, если согласятся. Если ты за, то, как говорится, дай мне фидбэк. Полетели бы толпой на трансляции попроходить. Лорд, не дай ответочку. Лебедян вроде бы как согласен.
Quality of life improvements.
Что ты, как ты на это смотришь?
And I think one of the biggest cheers.
Бля, я надеюсь, на времени хватит сегодня посмотреть. Сегодня посмотреть.
So if you're swimming underwater, you will always have a pistol. And I did not
Именно
expect that
Warzone
to be
Mobile
the
хотя
biggest
бы
cheer,
успеть
but it
эту
shows the
шляпу.
love that this group and I
Три
think
часика еще не показали то, что мы ждали все это время. А мне можно, Варден, смотри, если кто-то из ребят от КАРТА, я думаю, мы будем думать по поводу того, кого еще взять в команду.
As you said, it's something that Raven thinks about, you know, building Warzone from the ground up, and a lot of those quality of life changes that we've even made in the live game in the last year.
Но пока...
carrying them forward, so everything that you've played and seen,
по команде это Лебедян есть, Лордик, если согласится, Эдуард и Хрычик.
Ahead of us, so.
And also,
да, чего общего между оральным сексом и политикой? Одно, наверное, движение языком и ты в жопе, да.
Across the board, like anywhere where we could just tighten it up, and again, working with Sledgehammer, we've taken that opportunity.
40-ка
Yeah, I actually want to talk about that because I said earlier that, you know,
так что ты, Лорд, ответишь, ты пойдешь с нами в команде или нет?
With Modern Warfare, movement mechanics, all those things. But you've put your own, you know, touch on specific things tuned a little bit more specifically for VR. Do you want to talk to us a little bit about, you know, how some of those perks might work a little bit differently in Warzone specifically versus MP?
Yeah, so on the Warzone side,
О, по 2 меточки. Блядь, а вот как прикольно, что можно ставить 2 метки, согласны? Прикольно. Не как у нас, что, блядь, там переставляешь, сука, эти метки просто из одной на другую. А так вот несколько меток — это очень удобная штука.
Now, I'm adding that because I like it. That is very much a perk.
I also like it. I am not going to go on the internet for several hours after this.
That's the beauty of perks. Like the perk there should be variety. There should not be an optimized path. It should be that when you jump into the game,
короче, показывают полностью, блядь, это самое.
I expect some of this group will probably
весь геймплей всякой вот этой трахомудрии.
When you get downed, you will
алло, можно, блядь, Warzone Mobile? Я хочу успеть это все сегодня посмотреть. 30 вроде, ну было 30 барак. Было 30, я не знаю, я думал, Лордик, может, думал, что это самое. Что их добавили? Я думал, он знает, что их добавили.
Get shot, get a speed boost, get down, essentially a smoke comes out, your teammate can back you up.
There you go.
That's really
kind of
variety.
I will definitely run with the smoke bomb one because I know that is going to be me.
Так, я могу провести разбор карт.
You run the evasion one.
Лорд, ты мне скажи, что ты пойдешь или нет? Ты так и не дал ответ. Ты пойдешь или нет? Чтоб я уже как бы знал.
How you want to approach that, and it feels like tune that playstyle. Feels like
player agency.
Если нет, то мы как кого-нибудь другого с собой возьмем.
Tactical crouching. Okay. Preparing for battle.
Посмотрю раскиды, или Лорд меня игнорирует вообще. Лорд меня игнорит.
But she's picking up that cash, so this
Лорд,
is the
дай
cash
ответ, да или нет?
But we're waiting to see.
Here we go. 1 second. The ropes come down. Grab it. Oh, she baited them. Oh, well played. Well played. The smile. Yeah, she baited them. Really good there.
I don't blame him. I would have done the same thing too. Just gone straight to the rope.
Yeah. Oh, honey. I think I got some honey.
But now she's got that cash,
Я просто
right?
могу понять, что он не может мне написать ему.
One teammate down, she can go grab them if they don't get it out of the game.
Так, 3 человечка есть, еще чтоб 2 парнишки.
So she's got to be careful. Yeah, here you go. There's a fight going on.
Here we see maybe somebody.
Вот, сука, вот Светку он слышит, а меня не слышит.
Here we go.
This is ambitious because she's literally. I think, does she have any help here? I don't think she does.
They're both in the gulag.
Yeah, the gulag of life.
Yeah.
Так, Влад ответа ждет.
Жду,
брат.
Nikari doing the hard carry here. Butters is back. She's just redeployed.
Yeah.
Very well played. That dive, I've been loving that we have the options of diving and sliding, you know?
Yes.
You can do some really funny things with the dive.
Ну вот, чё сразу так не ответить?
I love it. There's just ground loot. And in fact, maybe we can actually quickly talk about ground
Так,
loot.
Вардер, а кто в команде?
Weapon rarity.
На данный момент в команде, я так понимаю, Лебедян, Лорд и я. И нам нужно еще 2 человека. 2 человека это мне нужен Хрыч и Эдуард. Если не дадут ответ «да», то как бы команда сформирована. Если кто-то из них откажется, то будем что-то думать. Да, сука.
Tooltip, that card that you can see.
I think they ended up losing both of their teammates there. Hate to see it.
Чё сразу ругайся?
So Ted, what are some of the things that we can expect to kind of stay the same here? Like I see buy stations, redeployable buy stations.
Просто момент, я же говорю, то, что я уже с этими ребятами прям очень крепко сыгрался.
Of the current Warzone, and then just leveled up, polished, all the movement, etc. on top.
Можно будет с ними попробовать что-то интересное замутить.
That a lot of people in this
Если Лебедь согласен, то пойду.
That we work super hard on in current Warzone, and we think is awesome.
Я понял тебя. Ты уже написал, я услышал.
We've had some amazing moments in the last year since we introduced it,
да нет,
and it's been really fun for a lot of people. But we want to open that up a little bit. What can you maybe breadcrumb us a little bit for what to expect with where you might take us with Quest in the future?
So Champions Quest is
вот
something that we're going to be
launching
launching during the first season.
Кого?
So we don't want to reveal while she's on the horizontal zip line. But I'll try and stay focused. There's so much going on. I saw the train. I was like, oh my god, the train. I want to talk about the train again. But no, Champions Quest has been a huge success for us all year long. You know, that ability
to отключите все электронные гаджеты во время урока. Ребенок с аппаратом жизненного обеспечения до связи.
For next year's Champions Quest is allow players to steal it from the team who is doing the Champions Quest. You can only steal it once.
Okay.
So if you see, if you see
a team is doing it, push them, be the first, take them down. They'll drop the contract.
Кого заебешься ждать,
You can pick it up and try and take it through to the
Хрыча и Эдуарда?
Goodness, I cannot wait.
Лебедячка, если ты здесь, ты дай, пожалуйста, мне кажется, Лордик переживает. Пойдешь ты или нет? Напиши, что ты пойдешь в команду, либо не пойдешь точно, чтобы он точно не переживал, как мы застолбили эту тему. Так, если кто-то откажется, можно я вместо него буду. Варнер, мы посмотрим. Я не буду ничего обещать, посмотрим. Я думаю, все вполне возможно.
You have a chance to win a 65-inch TCL TV. All you got to do is enter that hashtag CODNEXT and hashtag TCL COD sweepstakes. Once again, that's TCL COD sweepstakes. For each challenge completed during the TCL Power Hour, a winner will be randomly selected from all eligible entries received for a total of up to 9 winners. And thus far, we have 3 of our items picked up here, so it looks like we saw. I didn't see which ones it was though. Was it the train? Did we get the train? I hope we get it.
Can we see the card again?
Yeah, actually, can we bring it up one more time? I just want to see what we have.
Here we go. Oh, we got it.
We did get a drivable train elimination.
Yeah, we watched it. Yeah, the pistol
For some reason in my head, I thought it was run someone over with the drivable train.
I honestly didn't.
It'd be
Но если прям ты
legendary.
хочешь здесь, в двух словах, все происходит следующим образом.
Yes.
Ты мне кидаешь никнейм, я тебя добавляю в друзья, а если ты мне не друзья, на определенном аккаунте. Ну, кидаешь мне никнейм, я кидаю тебе заявку в друзья, ты ее подтверждаешь, оплачиваешь услугу, я тебе скидываю боевой пропуск в течение 20 минут.
I was discussing with you guys prior to we got on camera. It was like, are we going to drop train, win the fight, pump the brakes, take the cash, buy our gear, all aboard, next stop. It's going to be an amazing experience. Like, we're going to be able to finish on train. We're going to be able to rotate using the train. Francis Borgia's going to be out there well excited with the camera on his face because of the train. It's a big day for COD.
Я тебе рассказал, как это все будет
proисходить. Kill in the game, make sure you go to the train to find Miles.
Накидываешь капусту.
But I do want to say, I was hoping that it was going to be an actual like train, like you turn the train on and you run somebody over to get out that bingo card. But now I'm seeing END, the train track. So I'm guessing you throw the EMD, you can stop the whole train. So forget about the stop and the drive. I'm gonna be sitting in a bush next to the train track. Like, all right, Miles, you want to rotate to another side of the map? Well, you got another thing coming.
Oh, that my train, my precious train. I have to give it a cool name, but yeah, really fun. I mean, like we've seen change after change when it comes to Warzone over the years.
Так, Владос наемщик все сделает четко и без обмана. Положительный ход за умно. Согласен. Так и делаем, так и живем. Мне на самом деле не зачем портить репутацию, мне нужно делать все красиво и безукоризненно, как говорится, поэтому... Так, будет время и валюта, тут иначе на стриме. Это ж у нас Фокс время, когда дело добровольное. Будет возможность, буду только рад и благодарен. А то я думаю, что-то у меня стрим с задержкой 5 минут. А я думаю, что-то не то, у меня стрим с задержкой 5 минут. А схуяли у тебя так? У всех нормально вроде бы. Как долго они говорить будут? Я не знаю. Свет, я не знаю. Я надеюсь, что эта шляпа уже быстрее перейдет в Warzone Mobile, потому что мне по времени осталось ровно 38 минут. Если, сука, не успеет мне Warzone Mobile показать, придется, сука, ебашиться головой об пол здесь.
Right, you drop a smoke when you get knocked. We already do that in Warzone. We throw a smoke at our teammates. Sometimes you don't have one. Now that it's going to be an actual perk that you can grab, it's huge. Also, when you start to get shot, you talk about the health now, which is great, having 150 health. Well, now when you get shot, you move faster. So not only do you have that extra health to survive and evade enemies, you also have the faster movement with MW3 that they're bringing, and a perk that even allows you to get faster. Because we know there are some players, come from myself, who's a bit more competitive. You like to get, you know, a little bit more aggressive and getting those 1v4 situations.
Ну, тебе тоже, наверное, Фокс нужно хватать до последней точки.
There is one more perk which wasn't brought up by Ted, but irradiated, which has got something to do with how you interact with the gas, but more on that later. Ha ha ha. Like, plenty more cool changes though. I mean, like, we've seen different field upgrades, we've seen different
Что сказал муж, когда забирал резиновый член у жены? Тебя это ебать не должно.
This doesn't kill you though, this just slows you down. It's like a gigantic stun grenade. Spotlight.
Put it in a doorway, Miles.
Put it in a doorway, but the range on that bad boy is crazy. Look, if that thing's good enough to slow down the Incredible Hulk, it's good enough for COD. That's all I'm saying.
Потому что, сука, сколько уже? Реально, вот 7 часов ровно она стартанула. Она уже идет 2,5 часа, сука, Warzone Mobile даже на горизонте нет. Алло, может завяжем уже с показухой вот этой шляпы всей? Мы увидели, что карта крутая, что какие-то механики добавили и так, все прочее и подобное, но, блядь, хочется Warzone Mobile понюхать, пощупать, облизать немножечко.
Really does kind of give that reminiscence of the dance in terms of the way it looks and feels, the openness. We also have moments and places like Superstore, etc. There are drops there for everyone who wants to get a battle in and perform at the highest level.
Yeah, and I think something that's crazy about Warzone specifically is the fact that, like, it's only been a couple of years it's been around, right? And I feel like it's continuously just getting better and small changes are being made for quality of life. And like you said, this does feel very reminiscent of Verdansk, but it has all the great changes like the guns, the blue guns on the ground, and we just saw a UI change, like the gas mask actually being on your face the entire time and you can see it on your screen. I will tell you right now, I'm somebody who has really bad object permanence. I would always forget that I'd have a gas mask. So now that it's like actually on your vision as well, so like it's a great reminder. Just really small things like that can really change a game.
That's something that I think community members have been asking for, the amount of time players into gas or whatever. A few more really nice quality changes. No matter what your loadout is, you'll see on screen right now, if you're in the water, you have a pistol no matter what. Whatever your loadout is, whether it's two primary weapons, or you've got a melee, whatever it may be, there is a pistol at the ready when you do go underwater. Same for all the ladders as well, so that element of gameplay, I know. Dude, the first time I had a circle out in the ocean in Al-Mazrah, I dropped like a 12 kill spree, because no one could get close. I was running around with a gulag pistol, and it really worked. That is not the case anymore. Awesome quality of life change. We're really just starting to learn our way around this place, and Sledge,
and you know what? You talked about the gulag there. The gulag looks great. Right? I'm a big fan of, I know everybody likes the different gulags that we've had throughout the years, but I'm a big fan of, like, let's just get into a gunfight. I see two walls in the middle. Let's just get into the gunfight, and better man gets out of the gulag. And we also see that they have the rope, the ascender, where you can just jump on the rope and get on out. A couple different strategies you could employ. Wait for the person to hop in the ascender and just shoot him as he tries to escape. But yeah, man, Warzone this year, it looks phenomenal. It feels like the answer to the call of the community. Everybody's just been wanting faster movement, you know, some of these new perks and being able to play it your own way. And I think a lot of the creators in here are having a blast getting into this new map.
It's just really fun as well to see different variants of the
кто присоединится к трансляции, welcome to the лайкосы прожимания.
The idea that there's a cash gulag where there's money all over the place. I mean, yeah, I'm one of those players, I know a lot of my friends are, where you see it, you grab it, and that's going to encourage the loot. But there is a massive danger. We just saw one of our streamers leave the gulag with like 6.5K. That's insane. You can buy the teammate back. That's a game-changing moment. That changes the way Warzone plays. And we want a little bit of random. You don't want this to be that predictable. The one thing you do want to be predictable is how efficiently you can take down your opponents. And that's what's so nice to see. Headshot indicators now, you see you get a double X on the hit marker. You know your damage to head. Limb damage has all been uniform across the board. So you're going to get a much stronger and more, you know, predictable feel of how my weapon performs, how my attachments perform with that weapon, and how I can employ that to the best of my ability and the best of the situation I'm in. It's just really nice, man. The last thing you want to be doing is guessing in a game like this.
And I think, exactly, Miles, and I think something that may have went over a lot of people's heads when they were talking about it was the evasion in this version of Warzone is going to be way better than before. We talked about that perk, but also the horizontal ziplines. I mean, that's massive. They've had big upgrades to quality of life in terms of trying to hit fights and evade over the last years. Like we had the PRD, where you can go up, redeploy yourself, and fly away. I think all those things are going to be coming back, but now you also have the ability to hop in these horizontal zip lines that they've placed throughout the map. So, you know, if you get into a fight that maybe is pretty far out of the circle, you can take your time, finish that fight, and then strategically use those zip lines to get back towards circles. So I think that that's something, you know, it just piqued my interest in the way that I like to play the game.
You're talking about evasion as well, and for me, you know, going back to small things like the gas mask, you can now put the gas mask on, toggle it. Так,
я надеюсь, что этот опрос скинули, и как бы все, мы переходим к Warzone Mobile, потому что ёбаные волки активистские не могут никак показать всю составляющую. Как бы Владосик может из голоду скопытиться. Ну, чтобы вы понимали, друзья, я работаю ровно до 6 часов вечера. Я выбежал, ну, чтобы успеть на эту вакханалию, на вот эту вот чудную презентацию по Call of Duty Next, чтобы посмотреть Warzone Mobile. Я выскочил с работы без 5-6, мне же надо проверить тачку, завел тачку, там, отчеты поотправлял, блядь. Еще так немножечко похасанил, ну, так, легонца. Не сильно так легонца, похасанил, летел домой, прилетел домой в 35 минут. Еще не похавал даже нихера до этого момента. Сделал кофеиновое феро и сразу к вам, поняли? Пока что устроил там трансляцию, немножечко там прибарахлил. Поэтому, как бы, блядь, я сейчас очень зол на вот эту всю херню, то что где Warzone Mobile, друзья мои, где Warzone Mobile? Короче, спешил к вам на всех крыльях любви, а тут такой немножечко облом.
That's really nice, man. I mean, that changes the way the game plays. More health, harder to shoot.
Ну, типа они вот любят, да, подтошнить, помусорить вот эту, сука, реально. Воды, блядь, 2,5 ведра уже вылили на голову. Я уже эту карту выучил, блядь, я хоть не играть не буду, но она не будет становиться страшных.
Gonna get knocked, but I mean that thing is
Братулечки, кто присоединяется к трансляции, не забываем прожамкивать лайкосик, буду очень благодарен. Буду очень благодарен.
You do also have extra health now as well.
Более подробно по поводу турика, по пиздуинкам тогда нам послезавтра будет стримчанский же. Так что там погоняем немножечко.
Everyone needs a drink out there in our Mazra, but they're so very, very thirsty.
Погоняем немножечко вопросики и как бы обсуждение по поводу этого всего. Как раз будет... Эдик, я думаю, залетит и Хрычик налетит. И мы почерикаем и договоримся по поводу прохождения чемпионата мира 23-го года. Так, ГУЛАГ, типа?
So you're seeing like full plates when it comes to, you know, like the amount of health and lot. As you said, when you go down, I had the pleasure of downing an opponent in Warzone. I took a sniper rifle to the head, they didn't. I couldn't burst them quickly enough. I mean, this is just going to change the way the game plays. I would love to see
афроамериканца, который перевозит в жопе кокаин, баунти. Это была уже шутка, это была уже шутка. Это уже было.
Immediately recover that bad boy, get out and get on the next one.
Страха не дает вам скучать.
I need it to be
Why? No.
Да, ребятушки, ну хватит уже реально барабузить. Дайте нам, пожалуйста, Warzone Mobile.
I think it was Old and Newtown.
Так и не показали еще.
It's a night.
Oh, he's out. Oh, ciao, peace. He's gone.
That was incredible. That is a solo YOLO champion. That man knows pressure is nothing. Look at that. How fun was that? Dude, the night vision.
Да, у нас в Воронеже такая земля, такой чернозем.
All sorts of good fun happening here.
Афроамериканец пойдет
There's
потеряется.
a ton of buildings though. I mean, you know what I did see though? Even in the largest of buildings, not a huge amount of stairwells. That was a real pain point for many players. Between the horizontal, vertical zip lines, redeployment balloons, you name it. There are so many ways to traverse this colossal landscape.
And you know what else I see, Miles? I see a lot of rooftops. I see a lot of rooftops for those snipers. So even though that like there are denser areas which might make it slightly more difficult, there's still plenty of opportunities for those crazy clips.
But you know what, Ali? I can just take one of those cranes and I can fly right down to the rooftop. Seems like they have a decent amount of those placed around the map as well. We saw one on this screen right behind them. And, you know, obviously rooftops, there's some campers who like to sit up there, but there's ways that you can get up there and take them out now.
Вот идет вонючки и ничего. А вы, кстати, обратите внимание слева на карту. Это нормальный вообще движ? Что ее там так колдыбанит? Чекните вот слева на карту, на мини-карту, поняли? Слева на мини-карту. Так, Мурчик, привет всем. Здорово, Мурчик, здорово, брата. Як твої справи, як життя? Це Турік? Ні, Мурчик. Це ми дивимося презентацію, коли... Це ми дивимося презентацію Call of Duty Next, на якої должны сказати, коли буде у нас Warzone Mobile. Точно дата реліза, також показати нові фішки, які додали, нову графіку, нові якісь механіки і так далі. І це ми питаємося видивитись тут, але ми вже подивилися Modern Warfare 3 повністю, блядь, що там обновили. Modern Warfare зомбі режим, тепер у нас Warzone нова карта показується, і Warzone Mobile, я надію, що ви в этом, как говорится, стриме до нього дайдемо. Ми вже, щоб ти понімав, дивимося цей стрім з 7 годин, то есть 2,5 години ми дивимося всю вакханалію, а до самого головного ще діло не дійшло. Тому так, хотів сьогодні на самом деле подивитись презентацію Call of Duty Next, подивитися, що там покажуть Warzone Mobile, а потім покатати на ті уничтожить, а тепер, блядь, хуй знає. Тепер хуй знає, що буде, тому що покатати ми, наверное, не покатаємо, хоча б до Warzone дійти. Я, чесно кажучи, розраховував, що я буду до...
We're back. We're totally back.
Мабуть, 30 тисяч затриматись, тому що Warzone так і не показали, блядь, раді чого я включав презентацію цієї чудної штуки. То, що показали в Modern Warfare, якщо цікаво, в принципі, така. Ігруха непогана, механіки класні, виглядає чудово. Карта нова на Warzone мені сподобалась, так подивився, хоча я не катаю покашний Warzone, але мені сподобалось. По поводу зомбі-режиму, я вообще не фанат зомбі-режиму, тому таке.
I think that's going to be really interesting when these guys get their hands on it.
А так загалом жду, блядь, з нетерпінням уже Warzone Mobile. Ну пока нема. Як у тебе справи? Зачем вам так много хозяйственного мыла? Хозяйство свое мыть.
I share the same last name as him. Does that mean I am also Spider-Man?
Я думаю, афроамериканцам там, сука, надо такое мыло, которое нужно бежать двумя руками, чтобы, как говорится, натереть качественно ствол.
Who we were watching, they just did that play that we were talking about earlier, using the zip line to push a team, while another one kind of like just looks over.
О, опять эта четверка. Элвис, Мандарин Монро, Жав Халиб и молодая Круэлла. Опять будет сейчас полчаса вату катать. Это жесть. Режиссер порноактрису, так я не понял, ты сюда трахаться или работать пришел?
Thank you so much for that, and yeah, always great to hear, you know, the greatest minds in Call of Duty esports talking about a brand new Call of Duty game. What a time to be alive, of course, here. But yeah, and there's still so much more to talk about with Warzone.
So much. We've got so much going on. We finally saw Night Vision Gulag. We got an Ascender overtime win. It was the moment that Ted and I have been waiting for. We've been waiting to see this thing in action.
You guys are calling it the whole time. You're like, this has to happen.
Yeah.
This has to happen.
I had my bingo card already. I'm not ready.
They're too good. We haven't had a chance to get to the overtime mechanic in the Gulag yet.
It's wild.
It's very exciting. And in total, I'm happy to say, Ted, correct me if I'm wrong, 4 different Gulags.
Yes. With more to come in the season.
So more to come.
We want to make sure that this is an evolutionary part of Warzone. There's great ideas coming from everyone on the team because they're playing with the public event system, being like, oh, but we could do this and we could do this.
Добавляйте, пожалуйста, в конце порно-роликов нарезку из неудачных дублей.
Oh, we're back.
Ребята, вы серьезно? Вы что, опять эту шляпу будете показывать? Да сколько ж можно?
You know, one of the things that the chat was talking about, you know, was about quality of life features. We've been really harping on that because it is important, and a lot of the hardcore players care about those things. We actually saw it right there, right on cue. I swear I did not rehearse that. Tell us about the way the backpack is now.
Yeah, this is a personal favorite of the team and mine. Like, we got together and we thought about what do we want the backpack experience to be like for this version of Warzone, and we did like the deepest dive, like literally 3 days. Just all we did was talk about the backpack, and we've got an amazing UI team. And we just thought about, like, one of the frustrations has been that when you pick up ammo, it goes in your backpack, but then if you drop the gun, you drop the ammo, and then you have to pick up the ammo and you put whatever.
Yeah.
It was like, we should make space to have 5 dedicated ammo slots. So you can carry, I think, like, you know, historical Warzone, it was always nice to be the mule. Yeah, like you carry ammo and your buddy goes, hey, you got any sniper ammo? And you're like, oh, sure, I've got some, and you can drop it for them. And like, we just wanted to bring that back. And, but we kept the
backpack. Я имею в виду, что досмотреть до Warzone Mobile, то, что мы так ждали, блядь, просто мы... Надо было, знаете как, полететь, покатать, блядь, 2 часа, 3 часа в этот. Знал бы, что я такая будет по канале, надо было пойти покатать 2-3 часа, потом вернуться, как раз Warzone Mobile смотреть. Так, я не покупаю секс-игрушки, я же взрослый мужик, я покупаю секс-инструменты. Типа перфораторы с елдунами вот эти, да? Как в фильме, скажите, я скажу. Евротур. В фильме Евротур. Кто смотрел? У кого свело олдскул, это ж те шарят эти. Когда там один ёбарь-пекарь пошел в немецкое заведение, где его там в 3, с помощью инструментов 3 ствола, как говорится, немножечко взбодрили.
I love that. It's the little things. I think when people get hands on,
кто шарит про Евротур,
I hope that they just love like everything, like the whole package that we're bringing.
Но кто не шарит, молодежь, как говорится, то рекомендую. Очень интересная, ну как интересная, веселая, пошлая комедия типа американского пирога такого плана. Ну такая неплохая, легенькая, ненапряжная, на один вечерочек посмотреть. Рекомендую, как говорится. Дорогой, расскажи, как ты по мне скучал? Ну как, руками. Ух ты, а что это за молнии по краям? Это заражение какое-то? Или это зона так? А он находится в зоне. Какое-то отравление какое-то, что ли? Отравление какое-то?
Yes.
No.
I love Thunder.
There is that core group.
I always lose, but I love it.
It's all about that money, Alex.
Yeah, it's really getting that money.
No, great cash, homie.
No, that is awesome. So, more experiences, more different, more variety.
Yes. We've got so many different players, and they all play for different reasons. It was like, what can be the best version?
Я, правда, 300 лет еще не передивлявся, но якщо тебе скажу чесно, от це така одна із ненапряжних комедій, а самая разъебальная, ну, такие комедии, которые просто меня уничтожали просто мое внутро. Я заливался как собака. Это «Мальчишник в Вегасе», все 3 части. Это, наверное, одна из самых эталонных комедий, которые я вообще могу вот именно... Там, где вот американский юмор залетает нормально. Вот «Мальчишник в Вегасе», все 3 части. И еще, кто не смотрел, с Стэтхэмом фильма, точнее, 2 фильма «Адреналин» и «Адреналин 2». Тоже, сука, просто развал шаблонов и развал башки просто. Хочется взять и гэпаться головой об диван после этих фильмов. Ну, интересно. Так, ребята, может, Гоу колду? Да ну, лорди, как мы ждали уже сколько мы уже ждали, и надо досмотреть уже Warzone Mobile, хотя бы чекнуть, глянуть, ради чего это вся вакханалия заводилась, ради чего я спешил. Но Activision, я же говорю, даже, сука, тут уже умудрились немножечко за шиворот навалить котяшечку.
Nice. But apart from that,
I was going to
try and pull a Stephanie and see what else I could get at.
Maybe at the
I really like to dig in there for that second.
I'm sure a lot of people are over the moon about that. Yeah, I was actually
для того часу цей фільм
he was
був
telling
топ.
me like how much like
Дуже згоден,
Warzone has like
ну, я просто то, що дивився потім, в плані комедії, мені взагалі нічого не заходило. Ну, так я понял. Есть там парочку интересных моментов, только, ну, такая слабая. А вот все такие прям доброті. Я, правда, ще його не дивився. Ну, як, немає часу на це. Тому я особо не дивився.
Me, I'm dying on the train.
Тому зараз про нові фільми, комедійні, нічого не можу сказати.
I'm just getting finessed out on the streets. Hate to see it. No, that is excellent, and I think that for a lot of people who really cherish that hyper-competitive experience, you know, that's around the corner. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff.
I love some rooftop gameplay, and I'm getting
Так, стрим начинался с 45, сейчас 26. Я тебе говорю, ну типа, они уже всех заебали. Ну, тошнит мне даже в этом направлении. Следка, новый фильм «Имба». Комедия типа «Барак». Комедия чи просто якийсь бойовичок со Стеткемом?
So for anyone who doesn't know, Locked and Loaded is you start with a fully loaded AR, fully loaded SMG, full armor.
Full armor.
Which is great for
даже, бачишь, он типа и в боевиках топово снимается, и в комедиях он попадает хорошо.
After, if you win the Gulag.
Yes.
Absolutely wild.
When you win.
When you win. Yeah.
Specifically.
Okay, yes, I always win.
Ребята, половина онлайна ушло, но вы ёбнулись, ебать. Два?
That is awesome stuff.
2 часа 42 минуты просто,
but so much that has been shared, I can't help but feel like
возить всю
maybe there's just one more thing.
There's always one more.
Is there one more thing? I knew I was on the money with this stuff. There had to be one more thing.
Берега попутали,
What do we have?
Можно было вместо зомби-мода, блядь, влупить его, и все было бы хорошо.
You know, before we let you go, is there anything else we should really know about 2024?
Не, надо досмотреть, Лорд. Я буду досмотреть по-любому.
First of all, this is amazing. To have this
Все, Рыжик, давай уходи в закат, давай вместо тебя кто-то другой, и вы нам показываете Warzone Mobile.
And
Coming
I said it
in
already, our
2024.
goal is to make 2024 the best year of Warzone. So when we sat down and thought about it, it's like, how do we deliver that to our players? So I'm
We're delivering it to them in an encrypted message.
Yes. So
it's
next year we'll be adding Fortune's Keep to the Resurgence map rotation. It's back.
It's back. Fortune's Keep will return in early 2024, but that's not it, Ted. I see something else hiding here.
So the best part of this, by the way, is no one here knows. Okay. So after the one more thing, if that wasn't enough, we have Rebirth Island.
Wow.
To satisfy a dedicated community.
Island. Back in Call of Duty in the Resurgence rotation, coming later after Fortune's Keep, later in the year,
so early next year we'll have Fortune's Keep. Just following, we'll have Rebirth Island, and I'd love to just give such a big shout out to our partners and friends.
Теперішній час фільмів таких не знімають типу американського пирога. Ну я ж кажу, Барак, на жаль.
Hype. I think the community is hype. We know they have been itching to have their hands on Rebirth Island. And speaking of Rebirth Island,
Warzone новый глоток в мобильном гейминге, поэтому и держит до последнего. Ну и Лордик, мы должны его увидеть, поэтому мы видим для ради этого. Я же про это и говорил, что реально глоток свежего воздуха, прям хочется уже что-то поиграть новое, в новом поразбираться, покайфоваться, подолбиться, главное, чтобы это еще было достойно. Шел какой-то, блядь, 5-6 тысячный год, а мы, блядь,
challenges were completed.
Ждем дату релиза гребаных Warzone Mobile. Согласен.
Wait, 4?
Что это, блядь, такое? Эмигрант трек. Beach Drone Elimination.
Almost like that.
Horizon Zipline Elimination.
I'm shocked we didn't get a Breacher Drone elimination. That just seemed like a gimme.
Yeah, it really did.
And the big game bounty, you'd have thought like someone would hear it.
No. But you know what? It's all new gameplay. This is the first time everybody's
They're all discovering it for the first time.
They're learning it for the first time, and so are the folks at home, and so more to come.
Yeah, that's right. Well, of course, we want to thank you all for playing along, and as a reminder, for each challenge completed during the TCL Power Hour, a winner will be randomly selected. So what I counted 4, I think it was 4 slots. So there you go. Look at that there. That's going to be picked from all eligible entries for a total of up to 9 winners. Now, of course, to enter,
make sure you tweet using the hashtags CODNext as well as hashtag TCLX COD Sweepstakes. Once again, TCLX COD Sweepstakes. It's very, very important to include that hashtag. Good luck to everyone, and I hope you get yourself an awesome TCL TV. But that, of course, was an amazing first look at Urzikstan and what players can expect from Warzone in the future. Ted, before you go, I just want to thank you so much. You know, what I told Kevin Miles earlier, just that passion, all the devs that have come up here, that passion for what you guys do, it bleeds through in everything, and the way you talk about it. So thank you for sharing that love with us,
if I can say thank you to everyone at Raven Software, every studio that's been contributing this year. We're one big family, and just this is the greatest privilege of my career to be here today with you. So grateful for you as well.
Thank you, Ted. It's awesome.
Yeah, well,
Can't wait to dive in.
We are definitely grateful to have you and all the devs here to talk about this amazing game. It's been such a fun time. But for now, though, let's actually head down to Maven, who's going to put a couple streamers on the spot in the hot ready seat presented by Little Caesars. Maven, who you got?
Thank you so much, Alex. I have Sally as a dog. You know, you're going to be the Urzikstan Reaper. I got a feeling. What are you loving so far on the map?
The movement is great. The sniping looked amazing. I didn't love that I lost my gulag, but everything else was great.
What happened in the gulag, Sally? Take me through it.
I got absolutely turned down by Smixy. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It happens to the best of us. But listen, I know you haven't. Listen, you've been someone that's grinded a lot of Warzone. You've taken a step back on this. You're not putting in as much time. Is it feeling just a little bit of hands-on? Like, is the grind coming back? Are you going to be carrying myself and Merc on the map?
Yeah, I'm definitely down to carry you and Joe. My backpack, it's large. It's basically a duffel bag anytime.
So, what did you get hands-on with? Did you, outside the gulag, lost a little bit of time with the sniper? A little time with the AR,
ну,
what were you
типа,
feeling,
реально то, что они рассказывают 3,5 часа, 2 часа 40 минут, это можно было вложить в 42 минуты, блядь, с полным разбором, с полным разлетом. У каждой сутулой собаки спрашивают, блядь, что вы думаете по поводу ГУЛАГа, по поводу Warzone, по поводу карты, по поводу механик, бля. Эксперты не высказали, все, разбежались. Но хотя, с другой стороны, они же бабла ввалили. Назвали гору Крейсерсов.
It's a Little Caesars hot seat. You were a little bit worried if you were going to actually be able to sit in it, if you were to fit it. If it had been tested, you asked me. But how's it feel?
It feels comfortable, ergonomic, and stylish all in one, yeah.
Так, ебать, в турике прописано, чем выше ранг, тем больше очков. То есть нужно поднегу, тогда больше дадут очков, блядь.
Excited to see what you're going to do this year. You're one of my favorite content creators. I love you.
Но это было всегда, кстати, Лордик. Это было всегда.
Let's get it over to Shift. I believe he's down with Tommy.
Yeah, Maven, I'm not going to lie. You may want Sally to carry you, but there is no better person in the history of Warzone to carry a duo or a trio. And this guy right here, Tommy, first day, hands on the game, initial thoughts and reactions.
Чемпионат таким образом 21 года. Мы прошли почти второй этап, почти прошли. Мы первый прошли, второй почти прошли. Вот. И мы сначала попали в Севлегу, а потом мы долбились в этот самый. В туре. Поэтому, если что, будут все стримы посвящены сетевой игре по первому. Мы апнем Легу, главное, чтобы команда собралась. Мы апнем Легу все, сами проапаемся, а потом как раз потренируемся на этом фоне, а потом залетим, пройдем отборочные этапы и, может быть, попробуем свои силы во втором этапе. Ну, бля, не в начале сезона было. Пизду, я их разработчики везде себя, ты же видишь, как интересно проявляют. Через 6 часов начала... Через 6 часов начала, какая тренировка? А насколько эта штука, ну, вот этот будет активнее, чем? Сколько он будет активнее? По времени. Ну, в течение которого времени его можно пройти.
Fair enough. Tommy, thanks so much for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of the stream. And hey, with that, we're going to go back up to Miles and Lottie to give us their thoughts on, of course, what they saw with Warzone. But before we come back, we also have the Warzone mobile team. But of course, first, before we jump into all that, a quick word from our sponsors.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by HyperX, the official peripheral partner of Call of Duty. We're all gamers. TCL. Play like a pro on the big screen with TCL Q-Class QLED TVs up to 98 inches. Movement, the official timekeeper of Modern Warfare 3. Go to nvmt.com/COD to see the limited edition watch collab. Backbone. Level up your play with Backbone and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile.
Ну, короче, лордик, будем его, чтобы пока соберем еще ребятушек. Будем, значит, ебошить на тех рангах, которых есть. И нам главное первый этап пройти, там просто нужно 30 каток, ну, побольше, по максимуму выиграть именно выигрышный каток, чтобы пройти во второй этап. Второй этап тоже тарабанить, а там уже хотя бы его тарабанить. Там уже будет видно.
I certainly will. Do you know what? I'm just thrilled, to be honest. And I'm sure Ted was on the desk watching some of those interviews with anticipation, thinking, how are they going to feel about it? You know, I've told them all this stuff on the desk, but, you know, how are they feeling about playing it? And I've got to say, the reception has been phenomenal so far. And I think none of us are surprised, to be honest. I think with the quality of life updates, things that have been said for so long with the community, and it's come through and it's pulled through for them.
Как раз до следующего стрима, я думаю, ты справишься и Леби справится. У вас будет 2 лиги.
And I love to see that for Warzone.
I mean, Lottie, think about it. If we just had a new movement, people would have been happy. We got a brand spanking new map as well. So many new things. And, I really appreciate Ted going up there and explaining all that in such good detail because I learned so much about it. You know, got to play it for a little bit and it felt absolutely phenomenal. There's so much we're going to learn as well once we get our hands on it. So Warzone seems to be in a fantastic spot, Ellie.
No, really. And I know Golden Boy used the word genuine a lot, and for the devs especially to feel their passion. I was on Twitter a bit, and let me just say, or X, whatever we're calling it at this point, but I could feel the excitement from the community seeing it, like genuine, true excitement. And as we heard in the interviews as well, like to hear it from the creators and pros and Warzone themselves, like it truly looks at its base off of release, like in beta. It's going to be so much fun.
I know, beta's real close as well. I mean, this is the candy shop, and today we are all the kids. Very, very cool stuff. Can't wait. Really can't wait to get
рил заебали. Вы можете переключить на Warzone Mobile? Сколько можно эту хуйню мусолить? Сука, тягомоты пипец.
For those of you wondering about how you can play MW3, I want to remind everyone again that early access to the multiplayer beta kicks off tomorrow. That's for PlayStation players. Next week for Xbox and PC players. You've seen a ton of great multiplayer content today. Play that and more over the next week. We've got tons of maps, all sorts of goodies. Get involved. It's going to be an absolute blast. Don't forget to check out the Call of Duty blog for more details.
Tons of details to make sure you're listening up to, including the fact that you guys can purchase and pick up Modern Warfare 3 at GameStop and participating international retailers on November 10th to get a GameStop exclusive collectible steelbook while supplies last. See GameStop and participating international retail web pages for promotional offer details.
Woo! Well, we also wanted to mention once again the awesome partnerships between Call of Duty and the Hundreds. If you haven't already seen this, very, very cool collaboration here. Hundreds, they've taken, I mean, look, some of the coolest icons throughout Call of Duty. Ghost is in there now. This is a limited edition collab between Hundreds, and you have a chance to win one of these. There are 50 sets available. Follow at Call of Duty on X/Twitter. Tweet hashtag PodNext and hashtag sweepstakes for a chance to win one of 50 sets of the Ghost collection.
Простите. Вот. Какие механики были новые добавлены, нововведения и так далее. Ну, короче, презентация новых игр от компании, от Call of Duty, от ЦЕНЕ Call of Duty. У меня все, Кирюх. Только, сука, заебался ждать уже, когда покажут нам Warzone Mobile. За победу начисляют, максимум у нас 2 поражения. Все, я понял, Лорд. Я понял. Ладно, короче, тут еще надо попробовать первый этап пройти.
Join top Call of Duty streamers and military esports teams as they compete for the coveted COD Bowl trophy. 100% of the net proceeds from the tournament will go towards placing more veterans into high-quality jobs.
RF going back to back, I hope so, ladies and gentlemen. First, though, a quick word from our sponsors. And after that, we send it back down to the desk one more time. This time to Beef Mummy with a very special guest from the Warzone Mobile team to give us an update on all things that have been going on with the Warzone Mobile world, as well as a very special announcement.
Что добавили нового за этот год и большой вероятностью расскажут, когда будет выход Warzone Mobile глобально. Все, то не втупил сначала. Именно, да.
And latency reducing reflex. Herman Miller
Ладно, я пошел играть. Давай, Люк.
are being used at today's event. Check out Herman Miller Gaming's entire portfolio of products at hermanmiller.com/gaming. And Elgato, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next.
Warzone Mobile выйдет 1 ноября. Илюх, далеко не факт. То, что написано в App Store, я тоже читал, это не факт.
Call of Duty next. There's a lot of screaming and passion here in the studio, but let's revert back to where we actually started in the first place. 4 years ago, Call of Duty Mobile hit the scene and gave us the first taste of what the Call of Duty experience could look and feel like on a mobile device. To celebrate this anniversary, here is a look back at some highlights from the past 4 years.
Ёб твою мать, наконец-то дождались. Алошенька полетела. Call of Duty Mobile. Добрый вечер. 43 сезона, прикиньте. Call of Duty Mobile 43 сезона, друзья мои. Мы с вами пережили. Ё-моё. Я в курсе, я думал, будет 15 мая. Ну, увы. Чемпионат 22 года. Эпические пушки, точнее, мифические пушки. Эпейшие мифические пушки. Так, чемпионат мира 23 года был зарелизен.
Man, actual goosebumps right now. But before we start, I just want to introduce the very talented people in my desk right now. We got I Hold Shift right here alongside SVP and co-studio head of mobile, Chris Plummer. Welcome, Chris. How's it going? I've been talking to you for about a year now. The game looks honestly super amazing.
You know, it's hard to believe.
Если Warzone выделят всего лишь 4 минуты, их, сука, придется их откусить и муха.
You know, one that attracted 650 million installs.
Head of
more than that. It's actually,
Call of Duty
put in perspective, it's like taking the entire population of the United States and Western Europe and combining it.
Если что, вот это вот, блядь, лаги и неоптимизация, вот этот перчик командуйся этим парадом. Если что, запомните это лицо. Если увидите перед собой, надо бить.
As we look into year 4, we're really excited about all the new content coming. We have exciting new seasons. We have
мне уже новостях пишут, что когда выйдет
and really it's going to be exciting to see how players engage with that and we really cement Call of Duty Mobile has always been an important part of the franchise and really cementing it into the future.
And well, speaking of like time in general, right? You were talking about the future, but let's talk about the past for a tiny bit. Just about a year ago, you unveiled a new, but in many ways a really ambitious project in the form of Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. Walk me into it. What's been going on in there?
So Call of Duty Warzone Mobile, it's now in limited release in some select markets. And it's really been exciting to see our early adopters get their hands on some of the things we talked about last year, but now proving it out. We're talking about shared progression, cross-progression, shared battle pass with the console
тут, короче, в пабликах, которые сливают информацию, написано: официальный релиз Warzone Mobile будет весной 2024 года. На релизе будет Верданск и Остров Возрождения. В игре будут представлены режимы МП.
And we've also been watching the players jump into those 120 player matches against real human opponents. We know humans are more fun to fight against the bots, and it's really been amazing to watch that at scale. And doing it on the legendary Verdansk map. I mean, we all love that map. It's been fun to see that play out. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. We've also gotten a treasure trove of feedback. I mean, we get feedback from our community, from our team members, from influencers. It's been great to see that community feedback come through too. And, you know, we've always been committed to telling our community, you know, what's happening.
Это будет последний раз, когда я смотрю вот эту интересную штуку.
Today, so we're glad to be back.
Yeah, Chris, you touch on a lot of different things, and it's always fun to hear the dev team talk specifically about we hear you, we see you, but I need to know more. We'll take a little peek behind the curtain. What are some of the big updates that we should be looking forward to?
Well, first off, the graphics are looking better than ever. Since last year, the game is now rendering at significantly higher fidelity. This is to make sure that you don't miss a single frame of the action. You know, there's more pop, there's more sizzle, there's a lot more fluidity, a lot more detail. And the team was able to pull that off on a significantly lower install footprint. It's actually saving over 6 gigabytes of data on your device, and that's thanks to Warzone Mobile's new caching system. So that's been great. The improvements don't stop there. The team's also been hard at work on a lot of polish and improvements to everything from the way the game plays and feels, the responsiveness, and even the menus so that it flows really well. A great example of that is we now have the Gear Up menu. So from one tap, you can access all of your gear, all your stuff that you earn. It's now right there. You can tweak your loadouts. You can customize all of your weapons and gunsmith. Gunsmith is also super important. We didn't have that last year. We got it now. So it really makes it a fully well-rounded experience. And makes sure that everything feels just right. And yeah,
it's just awesome. Check it out now.
Throughout all of what we just saw, last year you guys came out and revealed Verdansk, but I gotta talk more game modes. I saw Elisilo on there with some domination. What do you guys got cooked up besides Warzone?
Well, you know, it wouldn't be Call of Duty without multiplayer. And so now to complement the Warzone Battle Royale, which is kind of the backbone of the experience, we now have in Warzone Mobile the full multiplayer experience that our plans know and expect. So we're talking about jumping into these really familiar maps for these frenetic battles. You can get in with your friends in and out real quick, or play all night long. But we're talking your favorite maps, most recent and familiar maps like Shoot House and Shipment, and it's all in there right now. And so in addition to Battle Royale, you can play MP. We even have the Shoot to Ship playlist, which is perfect for grinding out those camos, regardless of what platform you're on. You might be on the go, on the train, you know, go in, grind a camo out. It's really great.
I mean, definitely when you're talking about that cross progression, that is definitely one thing that we already saw last year in November. We were talking about it before we actually went here on the desk. It's a significant part of the game. And now we're seeing all of these features being embellished, being tweaked, really good and polished. But the question on everyone's minds, I got to put you on the hot seat here, Chris. I have to ask, when is Warzone Mobile dropping and available for everyone to play?
Well, we understand that everyone wants to know when Warzone Mobile will be available worldwide, and you know we hear you. We know that's important. You know, the beauty of our limited release is it's given us a unique opportunity to see the true strengths and opportunities for improvement in the game. And over recent months, we've really discovered some just huge opportunities to make the game even better, and we took full advantage. I think what you will see today is that was time well spent. The game is now massively involved. It is advanced in every way since we showed it last time. And we just really have a few more things we want to polish up before we release around the world in spring of 2024.
So the big thing about this is I know we pre-registered last year when you went through this whole thing, and there are a lot of cool exclusive rewards that came out with that. But the window's still open. People can still register today.
Oh, absolutely. You can still pre-register and pre-order on Google Play and Apple App Stores. If you do that, it helps unlock for the community some exclusive pre-reg rewards, which is awesome. So if you have not pre-ordered yet, get out your phone. You should do it right now. You see the code on the screen. It's free. You got to get in on it because it's been like such a huge reaction. When we first announced our pre-order this event last year, we were the fastest Activision Blizzard King game to get to 15 million pre-registrations. Super excited. But then tens of millions more players piled in. And believe it or not, the audience has now gotten to this like mind-shattering 45 million pre-registrations. So you got to join the 45 million if you're not in it yet and pre-register for free. I just want to say, like, on behalf of Beanox, Digital Legends, Activision Shanghai Studio, and Solid State Studios, the entire development team working on this game finds it so motivating to see those pre-order numbers. We want you guys to pile in. It's so motivating for us. We're just so appreciative. We thank you all for the feedback and the patience as we approach that worldwide release announcement.
Well, Chris, we have to give you a massive thank you for coming on and kind of just giving us the front-loaded side of everything. But I know that's not it. The theme of the day has been there's always one more thing, or at least one more thing. Anything else kind of close and dear to your heart that you want to share with us today?
As a matter of fact, there's something that we want to disclose today. Yeah, I mean, what's awesome about you know, Call of Duty Warzone Mobile is we really want to have this full experience, and now we have something that's a huge new addition to the offering that's combines sort of the best elements of Warzone Battle Royale with your favorite NP matches and kind of puts those together in one like amazing, you know, combined experience. It's something that's actually really familiar to fans of the franchise. You might even heard a tease about this from the Warzone section earlier today, but we are really excited to bring it to Call of Duty Warzone Mobile now. And so what we'll do is we'll give you a sneak peek of that, and then we'll get in for some hands-on frenetic gameplay action. So we'll take it away.
Пизда. Все реально пишут, что Warzone Mobile выйдет весной 24 года. Ну это, сука, трэш. Ну, давайте посмотрим хотя бы трейлерочек, как она сейчас выйдет. Посмотри, что происходит. Юма. Да, выглядит все максимально красиво и кайфово. Максимально красиво и кайфово, сука, ну выходите, ну это пипец. Хаешечка полетела. Ай, бля.
We can't wait to drop in on Rebirth Island. But joining us now are some of the incredible minds behind Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. Welcome Beatriz Gonzalez from Digital Legends and Tom Hess from Solid State Studios. Thank you both for being here. I know it has been a long journey for you guys, but I just want to start with you, Tom. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, we're super excited. We've been working on this game for a long time, so excited.
Директор
Soul State
Studio.
How about you, B? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I think
Ребят,
this
ну,
is a
блядь,
great
ну это уже
opportunity
сколько,
for us
какой
to
второй раз
connect
они
with
переносят?
players
Третий?
and soak up with this amazing
Может реально
atmosphere that we
психологию
have here
попробовать ее
today.
через VPN скачать, через Швейцарию,
I gotta dig
Швецию
into
и
the
так
meat
далее?
potatoes here,
Да уже
friend.
сколько сезонов в
You
этой игре?
hear Call of Duty
В других
Warzone
странах ее
Mobile,
катают,
but
почему
some of
нельзя
the
сделать
gameplay that we
глобальный
just
релиз?
saw
Я не
included
понимаю.
multiplayer. But Tom, I know that's not it. You guys are working on the BR side, the multiplayer side, and so much more. What do you guys have cooking up?
Yeah, so first and foremost, we have Battle Royale, which is kind of the main staple. It is everything that players are accustomed to in Warzone, Battle Royale. And what that means is we've got loadouts, we've got contracts, we've got kill streaks, we've got the buy station. And we even have the original Gulag. So I think players are going to love it. Yeah.
That's so cool. I know that that's always been one of the things nostalgic-wise. People see the word Verdansk and they assume that it's going to come with all the bells and whistles, and this time it sounds like it has.
Yeah, we've got it all. So it's
Давайте чекнем, что значит. Ебать, тепловики будут, что ли?
Though, you can see how good the graphics are. Everything seems to be very much optimized. I remember playing this yesterday, and it felt so different compared to the last time I actually played this game. And like what you already mentioned, multiplayer is already part of the game. You already know me. You asked me before the broadcast, what's your favorite game mode? For me, it's Hardpoint.
Yeah. Yeah, so we are with, every Call of Duty has to have the mode, so we've got that in multiplayer. We've got Team Deathmatch, we've got Kill Confirmed, we've got Hardpoint, we've got Search and Destroy, and we got Domination. And then, we're going to be coming out with new modes over time that I think players are going to love.
So tell me a little bit more here, because I know that there's, again, so much bundled into all of this.
Yeah.
But again, I feel like we're approaching this as not a mobile game, but there's mobile royale as well that you were talking about.
Yeah,
before.
we're really excited about that. That is a game unique to mobile players. It is for players that want a shorter session or are on the go. But still offers everything that makes Battle Royale great. So you get all the same features and mechanics for Battle Royale, but it's just at a little quicker pace, meant for mobile players that we think is going to be really exciting for that audience.
You already mentioned it a while ago that yes, we have so many new things, new modes here in Warzone Mobile, but Christian actually mentioned it when we saw the trailer for it. We saw Rebirth being played a while ago, so how is that going to be like?
Yeah, we're excited today to announce that we're going to have Resurgence mode in Rebirth. It's like the perfect mix of multiplayer and Battle Royale that is 100% unique to Call of Duty. Players are already playing it right now, and we're excited to reveal that.
A lot of new things happening here, and one of my personal favorites here in COD, uniquely, is definitely the loadouts for all those different game modes. Can you tell me more about what features like Gunsmith will look like for mobile players?
Yeah, we have it all. We have it all. So Gunsmith,
Единственное, что если я понял, я, наверное, Call of Duty Next больше в следующий раз не буду смотреть. Наверное, это все будет переноситься. Сейчас будут показывать геймплей, так полагаю, в Warzone. Я геймплей этот видел, все эти изменения видел, поэтому особо нет смысла на это все дело, как говорится, смотреть и наблюдать. Поэтому сделаем так, братва.
It's a ton of fun. The players are already been telling us they know when they take someone down that was a real player. So we think a win means so much more.
Либо сейчас я посмотрю, может, можно сделать будет чуть по-другому.
And something that you have to deal with when you're actually going up against a 1v, how many players in this map who are, yes, real people, you need to have really good movement.
Yep.
And one thing that stood out to me the most while playing Warzone Mobile was how accurate it was compared to Warzone on console and PC. So how was it like going through all of that?
Yeah, well, you've seen everyone out here playing Call of Duty right now.
Вроде вот как неплоха, но правда еще.
Если
не говорят, что она сыровата, а сами разработчики признают в том, что не сыровата, что значит сыровата, то, мне кажется, нехер на нее рыпаться. Понятно, что через Швейцарию вот эту всю хуйню можно все это как бы прочекать, прощелкать и посмотреть. Ну, что-то не хочется тратить время на игру, которая не допилена до конца. Как только ее допилят, пожалуйста, наверное, возьмем, чтобы было нормальное описание, нормальный язык, по которому все можно прочитать, потом изучить. Потом это все дело мы будем смотреть, щупать, обуздать, как говорится, просматривать, ну и так далее. Ну, вы поняли. Сейчас, мне кажется, в этом не смысл.
A lot of different ways to play with those vehicles.
And guys, it's just, I think if anyone maybe missed the fact that we swapped to Warzone Mobile, they'd be like, wow, this still, like, what am I watching? This still looks like regular Warzone. The graphic fidelity is unbelievable compared to last year on top of it. I mean, I'm hard-pressed to, like, pinch myself to think there's no way this is a mobile
после сегодняшнего, после Call of Duty Next, у меня тоже уже сумнівы ушли. Возможно, даже Call of Duty Mobile не закроють зовсім, тому що, блядь, якщо вони вже пройшов рік, рік після того, як вони сказали, що Call of Duty Mobile скоро буде, ой, точніше, Warzone Mobile буде, рік пройшов, вони до сих пор не вбрали ошибки, не можуть релізнути ігру. І вони ще тягують на півроку, їбать. Та ви що, ну, їбанулись чи що? Коли вона вийде, вона вже нахуй нікому не надо буде. Поэтому так. Я сейчас снова усну, Activision, блядь, базар на 10 тысяч лет затянут. Да все, вырубай, иди отдыхай, тут по факту нема що ловить. Ну, Байрак, тут я с тобой сгоден, в принципе, уже 3 годинки мы в сраку викинули, лучше б реально катанули. Но єдине, що можу сказати, вам дуже велике спасибо за витримку, за то, что побыли со мной, за то, что посмотрели эту вакханалию мракобесину. Стримчик, наверное, будем уже отрубать. Главную новость узнали, это дату релиза Warzone Mobile, который, опять же, сука, нихуя не устоявшийся. Можем просто сделать вывод один. Колдушечку берем в ручки, любим, пока реально не будет вот этого официального релиза, и наслаждаемся чудесным геймплеем. Потом залетаем в этот чемпионатик, господи, у нас работы и интересных моментов еще хватит в Call of Duty Mobile. Поэтому так, друзья мои. Так, что нам пишут? Бля, по факту 3 години. Ага, лучше б ми не знали. На самом деле, да. Барак, если бы с этой новости начали, мы покатались и классно время провели. А так, сука, время в срате, я когда боев спешил, блядь, из голоду почти не умер. Просто трэш. Ну, да ладно. Зато буде вот такие вот интересный стримчик, где мы прохуесосили Activision еще раз снова и сделали вывод, что Call of Duty Mobile имба игра на данный час. В общем, братолечки, всем огромное спасибо за внимание. Спасибо всем, кто закидывал донатики, всем этим бравым ребяткам, кто просто со мной, как говорится, наблюдал эту мракобесию немножечко, чуть не подзаснул. Опять поймали разочарование, ну и хуй с ним. Будем играть в колдушечку и кайфовать. Поэтому, братва, всем хорошей желаю ночи, спокойной, сонной, чтобы це стопудов, да. Спокойной ночи, гарного продуктивного дня. Дуже дякую, всем спокойной ночи, всем хороших, приятных сновидений. Некоторым это эротические сновидения, если это необходимо, но при этом, как говорится, чтобы было все в меру. В общем, друзья, как говорится, рот ваш целованный, лично мною, поэтому шучу, конечно же, просто ваш рот целованный Богом, поэтому... В общем, так. Друзья мои, всех обнял, приподнял, всем желаю всего наилучшего. До встречи в следующих видосах и стримах. Следующий стримчик, я напоминаю, у нас послезавтра. Там мы не переносимся КБ, а все-таки будем катать на Уничтожить, потому что на этом стриме мы, как говорится, не успели. В общем, пока, братва. До новых встреч. Всех обнял, приподнял. Пока.
It's just, I think a lot of people that maybe are traditional.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head. I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test. I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion, even though I offer all of the solutions. I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless. I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palm.